All right, we're recording, by the way. I just pushed to record. Who's not? Oh,
It's got
Walshy.
Walsh and Doherty in there.
Oh no, poor old Doc. Shit.
Oh, geez, we could do with him right
I
now
know.
for centre
I
clearances.
know.
I mean, we're straight into it. I know we're straight into it, but
Blues.
fucking hell,
Blues. 10
the
point
Blues,
victory over Fremantle.
Freo,
Good game, I thought.
shit the bed. Um, well, I I, I struggled to watch it twice because of only because of Fremantle.
Yeah, bit boring
The
footy. Or
most boring brand of football I've seen this year.
okay. Yeah, I was impressed with their disposal stuff. Like it reminded me a bit of the old Hawthorn or something, or West Coast or something. Those passes were pretty. Some of them were pretty bloody impressive. Anyway,
Well, some of it
better
could have been
better than ours.
some of it some of it could have been actually match winning
Yeah,
play,
yeah,
but that's just garbage. What they did
yeah.
was just garbage.
They were too scared of our turnover game, and
Oh, they were scared of
yeah, they
themselves.
were. Yeah, yeah,
They were just scared of everything.
yeah,
Let's chip the ball around.
yeah,
And we're just gonna. It's like if you're in the backyard with a kid that was doing that,
yeah,
you just push him over and say, "Go home,
yeah.
go away. This is not fun."
Well, I reckon they figured that we weren't as fit as they were, and they were just going to spread it and try and run us out of the game. That's my take on it. And I posted on that I am Carlton thing today. They can't question our high performance team ever again because our guys ran that game out easily, and they had to do a lot of
Yeah,
chasing and running all day.
yeah,
Yeah.
and tackling.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, the stats were really like when I went just on those AFL stats.
Yeah.
It's just got general stats.
Yep.
We would we would we were the top. We were top in two of them.
Yes.
Um, and they were important ones too. They weren't just touches.
Yeah. What were they?
Um, they were. Uh, here we go. I'll just go to the game. Oh shit. Oh man, this was so easy to find yesterday. Here we go. Here we go. Replays. Footy feed. Da 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 da. Fantasy. Oh, now I can't find the. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yep.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Um, more news, maybe. Oh shit! I had it. Well, one of them was tackles.
Yeah.
This is the whole. This is the whole weekend.
Yep.
The whole weekend.
Oh,
Tackles.
we were number one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the other one was important too, and I can't bloody find it.
Probably inside 50s, maybe.
It was tackles inside 50.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I reckon that's a wicked stat. The other stats were like, little fucking goals, I think. Goals, whatever.
Yeah.
Goals.
Yeah.
That could be anyone. That could be anyone, but telling stats, goals count, but
They can.
but how can you score against playing Fremantle? How can you score?
Yeah.
I mean, I know their backline are good.
They're really good. And every time it went in our forward 50, they managed to just within seconds get it out of there. And apparently they were flooding back. I heard that today. People were talking about that. And when I think back on it, yeah, they probably were. They were flooding back into the 50, Ross Lyon sort of style.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you listen to him talk and sort of you get the picture, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like he's been on the bong. Yeah, well, I didn't really do anything.
The
It
green,
was the
green,
players that did
the
everything.
green whistle. Yeah. Easy.
So yeah, what a shit. I don't know, mate. I wanted to like the. I was just. I liked what we were doing. We were just trying to win all the time. Um, even in the fumbliness of it,
Yep.
there was a lot of fumbling
Yeah,
and a lot of mistakes.
we were fumbling again. Yeah, especially compared to them. I thought that they were a
Yeah,
lot cleaner. They played. It was a really interesting, uncontested style they were going for.
mm, yeah. Look, I just think
Once they had the ball, once they got control of the ball, they beat us in the middle, obviously, which is I don't know.
we're.
I suspect.
I think we're bottom three in contested possessions.
Yeah, which is a bit weird, but I suspect they're purposefully doing that. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, well, mate, I was thinking about it today. Maybe they've practiced the rebound and transition thing so much that they have a lot of confidence in that, and it's a better way to preserve energy and injury through the year. And I reckon when the time is right, they'll click in and just blitz.
Yeah.
I was thinking that today. That's a possibility. I mean,
Well, David King actually said that.
yeah. Oh, did he?
He
Okay.
said that.
I like Kingy generally.
Yeah, he. I was just listening to him before,
Hmm.
and and yeah, he had. Well, basically, I mean, the whole incident thing was it's a bit of a non-incident, really, because basically they fucked it up.
Yeah.
You can whatever. But there's 1,000 bad umpire calls per game, so
Hmm.
they actually got 6 goals out of 6 free kicks.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what do you do?
What? How can they
Um,
whinge about that? Honestly.
yeah, I don't know. I haven't been on any of those socials,
Yeah.
so I don't know what they're talking. I don't know what they're saying.
I mean, look, it was
but
predictable, and if we were in their position, we'd probably be having a whinge about it too.
but I don't know, mate. I really don't. Like,
mm,
even when I was watching it and we were 11 points down,
yeah,
I just thought, well,
yeah.
you know, like
Never felt panicky over that. Did you?
I thought to be honest, I thought we were going to lose,
Yeah. Did you?
and then yeah, I thought because of the way they were playing,
Yeah.
they were just doing the keepings off thing, and I thought, they're doing that anyway. So not only are they doing it anyway, they're not going to wait for the clock to wind down. They're just doing it anyway.
Yeah.
So I thought we can't get 11 points back on them at all because they're just going to fuck around with it for 2 minutes or whatever it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had to go.
Yeah.
They could have. All right. So if you're going to play that style of game, you better convert.
That's the problem. That's their problem. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you can't convert, then what? You're going to in the dying moments, someone's going to crack in
Yeah.
and do the
Well,
and we did. We're all over it.
yeah. Well, do you want to go through it quarter by quarter, or is that our format?
I tried. I really tried
Yeah.
because that's why I watched the game again.
Yeah.
But it was just that uneventful that I couldn't find anything worth a mention.
Well,
But you were right onto it.
I thought first impression was fuck. I couldn't believe how jacked Fife is looking. How fit that guy is looking.
He does look good.
I was thinking, oh yeah, because I heard Fife was back, and I'm, oh yeah, whatever, Fife. Oh yeah. Then when he lined up on Chera, I was going, shit. Look at the
He's a different man, isn't he?
bloody hell. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not the best lineup, eh?
And they just looked full of run, and they did look really fit right from the get go. I got a newfound respect for him actually. I thought they were really good in many ways. I know it's boring, but yeah, Thought they were good. I've written here the mark from Luke Jackson was fucking unbelievable in those first few minutes. The athleticism for a huge guy like that.
Yeah.
Even though it was over TDK and it's kind of blasphemous, it was a hell of a mark.
Yeah, their skills definitely kind of outshone ours.
A little bit, yeah.
Like holding onto the ball for a mark was
Yeah.
one of our problems,
Yeah.
I think, a few times.
I mean, I know they went the short kick often, but there were some long passes too that were pretty sensational.
No, they did a lot. They did a lot well.
Yeah,
they did.
they did.
I just think I just can't see that as a sustainable plan.
Yeah.
I not against it. Maybe against West Coast it'll that'll work.
They beat Brisbane.
But anyone else is yeah, well,
they beat Brisbane.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I just think up against anyone that's got any spine,
Yeah,
they're going to get, if they don't put their throat down on a team, they're not going to win.
Yeah.
They'll contest all the way.
I think that's why they spread so much too. I reckon they were trying to spread us to the point where it was hard to come back in the corridor.
Yeah.
And they wanted to keep it off us because they were very scared of our rebound thing.
Yeah.
So it was a good, it was a good game plan. It seemed to work.
Well, they were on the right ground for it.
Yeah,
because apparently it's the same width as the MCG.
Okay, right. Yeah.
So they're on the right ground for it. But imagine if you played at Norwood or if you played at the SCG, like I don't know, like being able to run like crazy doesn't really, and I don't know, that comes into it.
The weird thing about the SCG, it's not that much smaller than the MCG, but it seems like it really is. I don't know.
It just seems so quick, doesn't it?
And every game seems to turn into a rugby match. Like everyone's all all grouped together, and there's no spread of the.
Yeah. I don't know. So they were on. Well, I don't know, mate. I just reckon we've got some runners. I mean, like individuals, like Sard.
Oh
my God!
What a game! What a game! What about Wiedering? Nothing was getting past him. Second game back, he's just a rock.
Yeah. He's awesome, isn't he?
I've written here, Cripps made a punishing tackle on that young guy with the ponytail. Did you see that in the middle of the ground?
I was trying to remember it because, you said punishing tackle on old mate, and I thought, who was that? Who was it?
Oh, he had a ponytail. I don't even know his name. I think he was a midfielder. And it was a bit, it was a bit borderline. He got him just slightly right in time, slightly after he kicked it, and he buried him. And I was thinking, holy shit, you'd be mentally scarred by that one. But he,
Cripper.
But he, young bloke came back. He did a good tackle himself later on. Beautiful front of the pack roving and snap for goal from Chera for our first goal.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, I was trying to figure out who rucked that ball because that was beautiful, and I couldn't see who it was.
Can't remember
because it came off the ruck
straight
down to Chera.
Yeah. It might have been Harry. Was it Harry?
No, he had like darker hair.
Yeah.
So I couldn't even see the number. I didn't even recognise the dude.
Okay,
so
right.
I was just like, I went backwards and forwards, and I'm like, God, it looks like Marchbank, but Marchbank isn't there.
No.
So I don't know who that was, but gee, that was just beautiful.
There's a few guys, all the guys we've been talking about saying they need to lift a bit. It seems to be the guys that did lift on Saturday. Chera lifted. I thought he was better than he has been. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of stupid people today, and I'll get, he's not doing much. It's like, come on, man.
I don't get it.
You can't be serious. Anyway.
I don't.
Oh, Boyd was way better than last week. Boyd was fantastic.
He was great. He was great.
Charlie lifted big time. Williams, after a quiet couple of weeks, he was phenomenal.
Mate, that last play.
We'll get to that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So what else before that? He was tackling and everything.
Oh, yeah, he was fully into it, yeah.
Yeah. Might as well have been playing up forward as well.
And really putting his body on the line too. He's
He's wicked.
Yeah. I have to acknowledge. So Banfield for the Dockers kicked a goal, snapped, and one of our punters was at the front, and he took an amazing mark. He leant over the fence and and took the ball like halfway down the fence, snapped.
Oh, nice.
Got the mark. Have to acknowledge that. Nice mark, son.
Yeah, good. Was he Carlton?
I think he was. Of course he was.
Supporter?
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Uh,
Plenty of grippo that day.
Cottrell, lots of pressure, forced an out of bounds. It's written here, both their defence and our defence was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Right from the get-go.
Well, how tall is that? The defender down there.
Yeah, is it
my God,
Pierce or something?
He was on Curnow, and
he towers
Curnow,
over him.
Yeah. I thought, shit, that's not fair. Get him off.
What about Weeder's one-hand mark in the first quarter? He leant down and just long way down for someone that big.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah. But it got some mentions in the commentary. Yeah. He's just brilliant to watch, isn't he?
Oh, mate, he was all day. Nothing was getting past him, and he gave that guy. Was he on Taverner or something? Is that his name?
Yeah.
He gave him a hiding.
Yeah. No,
he had nothing. I said, great.
I think he kicked. I think that Taverner, he might have kicked 2 goals.
Taverner,
maybe. Taverner.
Yeah.
Might have kicked 2 goals.
Oh, did
I'm
he?
Not sure. I think I saw him kick a couple.
Probably free kicks.
Yeah, free kicks in front of goal. Amongst the 6.
Great legitimate use of the body from Kemp. He bumped a guy out and took a good mark. Did you notice Harry could have gone for a screamer and didn't and stayed down, and it fucked the whole mark? Remember, I've been raving.
No.
Remember me ranting on about guys should still go for screamers. He had the chance and he just bloody stayed on the ground and then messed the whole thing up anyway.
Yeah. Everyone probably thought he was going to go for it, and then nobody did.
Just do it,
mate. But Harry wasn't like 100% on in that game.
No,
but he still looks friggin' awesome.
He does. Yeah. That was a bit of a bad fumble in the goal square when he.
Oh my God!
He got that mark.
Oh my God!
From Sard, nice intercept and transition, then kicks to Harry.
Perfect.
But Durden saved the day. Durden stepped in and just tackled his ass off to save that. Kept it up there. Kept the ball.
Yeah, I was hoping he was going to snap it.
Yeah.
But Harry, don't do that, Harry. Yes, just relax, mate.
The next passage the player liked was Weeders chasing Walters and kept up with him and pressured him and
what?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he can run as well.
Out on the boundary line, yeah. He kept up with Walters and he pressured him and forced an out of bounds. It was unreal. Couldn't believe it. And then Williams did the same thing on the boundary line.
His chase and tackle was.
Then Fantasia tackled Fife, nailed him in a tackle. And I've listened to idiots all day going, "Oh, Fantasia, what have we got? He's just not as good as we expecting." I'm just going,
I don't get it. I don't know what they thought they were getting.
Yeah,
because we got him for nothing.
Well, mate,
So I don't know what.
4 games in 2 years. I think he's doing fine. Like, and to nail Fife's probably one of the biggest guys on the field. I mean, there's taller guys, but in terms of height and build, and Fantasia just belted him in the tackle.
Yeah,
good on him. No,
Yeah, no, I think like for me, I've seen him make some mistakes, but I think his intention, like just when he sharpens up, like you say, what's he had? 4 games in 2 years?
Mm.
You got to be joking.
Yeah.
It's like,
At Port Adelaide, he played 4 games in 2 years. Yeah.
well, that's like me and you going and you know, doing a gig for fill in gig for I don't know, Dream Theatre. I don't know. You know,
Yeah.
4 goes in.
And
4 goes in and someone say, "Oh, you're shit, mate.
oh yeah, I was expecting him to be
You're
better.
shit." Yeah. Yeah, what they get him for? And at the end of the night you've got $50 in your pocket.
Well, from there
So like, I don't know.
From there, he ran the length of the ground, backed that up with a run for the length of the ground, took a hand pass, and delivered a fucking ripper pass to Cripps in the forward line.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful delivery.
That was a goal.
That was the goal. That was the baby
That was a
celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, there's a goal assist, out of nothing.
Well, it was a tackle on Fife in their forward 50.
Right.
And then we got it out, and he'd run the length of the ground, took a handball from someone, and delivered the pass into Cripps into our forward 50.
Oh, yeah.
That was all within 30 seconds. So he how people can say that he's no good, it's just beyond me. Anyway.
I'm not seeing that at all.
Mm.
I'm not seeing it from anyone from our team, actually. I can't wait for, I think Ollie's could do with a little bit of a rest.
Yeah.
If we've got Walsh. And I've got nothing against Ollie. I don't know what's going on there, because he's not clicking like he did last year. He was like a crazy rabbit last year. 2nd and 3rd and 4th attempts.
He's still doing a lot of work.
He's still running a lot, but even his kilometre count that I heard, and I can't remember what it was now.
15.2 or something.
Was it? He used to be off the charts. Like,
well, I think
last year.
I think he ran the most out in anyone in our team this week.
Yeah.
We don't know what these guys are told to do each game, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I get it. I also think Chera could be a breakout midfielder, but I think he's asked to do more of a defensive role. So
yeah.
You're not going to notice him in the way that you might notice a more attacking player.
There's something wrong with, not wrong with, but because Chera keeps coming up, and I think of the midfield, and I think of the smaller midfield, because I think the big guys are doing what they can, but there doesn't seem to be any roving. There used to be a position called a rover.
Yeah.
I don't see any of that at the moment.
I'm still craving someone that's explosive out of the middle that just can put the turbos on and go.
A rover.
Yeah. But I mean, as I said, I suspect they're not even concentrating much on clearance.
Yeah.
They
will look at it, though. They will look at it because there's a definite advantage.
Yeah, and Vossi mentioned it in the presser. He said, we got beaten in the clearances.
Okay.
Williams tackle pressure again, and second effort was in the end of the first quarter. Dockers 14, Carlton 14, quarter time.
Yeah.
Real arm wrestle, hey?
Yeah. Yeah, it was good that they didn't get away.
Oh, wow. Charlie took a really great grab in there somewhere in the first quarter as well. Sorry. Real good, strong mark on I don't know where he was, maybe. I
was trying to remember.
Yeah, anyway.
First quarter. Ah, shit, it's gone.
I've written here second quarter, Holland's in everything. So,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
He might have had a good quarter.
Cottrell's tackle on Fife. Should have had a free. Harry, beautiful chase down and tackle in the forward 50. That was a beauty.
Oh, and he let him down gently too.
Yeah.
He just sort of
Yeah.
guided him down nicely.
He's a bloody beast.
That's more insulting.
He's a beast this year, isn't he? Harry.
Geez, Cripps was getting held a lot. Did you notice that?
Oh, mate. Well,
one-on-one, he was getting held all over the joint. He's trying to get the guy like.
For them to whinge about frees is a joke because they had the rub of the umpires all game, I reckon.
Oh,
all game,
except for the end. What a bunch of fuckwits.
I'd love to.
40 seconds to go.
I'd love to know what old mate said to the umpire.
Oh, yeah. Must have said something like, your mother's a lousy root. Like, it must have been really bad.
Your mum.
It must have been that bad. There was no mucking around. He just lined him up straight away.
Well, it can't be repeated on TV. They said, if we knew, we'd put it out there in the world, Grant.
Oh, love to.
We'd let it fly.
We've done worse than that
already, and now it's only our fourth game here, and we're right into it.
What have we bought in The Exorcist last week? I don't think anyone said your mother sucks cocks in hell
on their podcast. No, I don't think so. Oh, then so Harry, nice, really good winner to ball up inside 50 and had a snap as well. I love him doing the contested stuff, the hit outs and things.
Yeah, me too.
Saving mark inside their 50 to Cottrell. Cottrell's starting to pop up a fair bit, isn't he? Sort of in everything, running back and forward.
He was all over the place. Him and I thought him and Akers had a similar game. Cottrell was Cottrell's much faster, obviously, but it wasn't Akers' best game, but
not in terms of anything flashy, but he just does the work, doesn't he? He just runs up and back and up and back, and he always gets back to help out in defence.
Did you? I can't see here if you noted when Owies. Oh, yeah, good intercept, Owies. Unfortunate holding the ball. He ran into another dude.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
He ran into another guy.
I saw that. That was bad. That was on the boundary line, wasn't it? After some really good pressure. Really, really good pressure.
Yeah.
I've written
Owies was good. So,
weak as piss free against Newman tackle. Then dodgy holding the ball free against Akers, I've written here.
That Newman didn't get much, did he?
And then they got goals from that, put them 2 goals in front, and then a Freo defender dived on the ball, no free kick. High tackle on Boyd, not paid, I've written here in the second quarter.
Yeah, there was a lot of that going on too.
Newman was run into, no free. Great pass to Curnow, to Chera, to Harry, to shot on goal.
There was a weak hit on. They called it a tackle on Akers.
Yeah, that's the one I've written here. That was dodgy.
Right.
Yeah.
What the hell was that? The commentators say that's a tackle. That's a tackle.
No.
When?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was weak, and that was a goal too, like right in front of goals.
Yeah.
That sucked. That hurt.
quite a few shots we had in the second quarter as well. Missed them. Missed from Cripps, missed from TDK.
Yeah.
Missed from
Chera missed a couple.
Harry, missed a couple.
Yeah.
Then they took a 1-point lead into half time.
Yeah. See, after all their farting around with the ball.
Yeah. No, I know.
Nothing.
Yeah. It's a very defensive game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Third quarter,
Chera
Chera nice pass to the corridor to Carroll, who kicked a great pass to Charlie, who nearly kicked a goal. Was touched on the line.
Yeah.
Weeder's taken strong marks back there again in defence, and then 50-metre penalty to Cots. Some nice in and under work by Kennedy in the goal square.
Yeah, definitely.
And Charlie,
it's good.
I've written here, Charlie being held by two players. I don't know if you saw that. He was just like, he's being tugged like a rag doll. No free.
I know. Every game he's got people hanging off him.
It's crazy.
And they don't call it holding. So it's the epitome of holding. It's like, and the soft shit doesn't even rate.
Yeah.
So anyway, what can you do? You just watch him get held all day and until he just goes, well, fuck it, I'll just mark with one hand. I'll just lean back on you and mark with one hand. That's the best strategy.
Yeah.
I think
he's probably got to. I don't know. They're going to have to work that out. I'd like to see him move around a lot more and get free of these defenders.
He's definitely not a sprinter.
Bit of a plotter, is he?
Oh God!
Unless there's a possibility of a goal, then he becomes the fastest man on earth.
Yeah, the most opportunistic,
like they all
man
do.
on earth.
Like they all do.
Yeah, but yeah, when he's chasing after someone, it's just obvious that he doesn't. He's just got no interest in it. If they're jogging, if they're running out of the forward line, he doesn't give chase.
No, he doesn't.
He just fuck.
I've noticed
he's
that.
Gone.
Yeah. I've written.
But they need to.
Very, very, very weak free on the McGovern spoil. Ran back into the goal square. You see that one? He ran back. He made up really good ground to get there and went for the spoil.
Yeah. I didn't see anything in that.
I thought it was weak as piss. And then the commentators said he was interfered with, and my wife cracked up at that. He was what? Interfered with?
Yeah. It was worse than that. He wasn't even interfered with at all.
That was weak as piss. That was a golden M right in front. So nothing to complain about, Freo. Nothing to complain about.
Plenty. That was most of their scores.
Yeah.
Were from soft garbage, not from their tough and their toughness or effort.
No.
Their goals didn't come from that.
Gifted.
The defence.
Gifted. Yeah. Elijah Hollins went off, which was a shame because I thought he was starting to get involved a fair bit.
Yeah, I don't know what an abductor is.
Yeah, I don't either.
So he had
it's like the top of the groin.
Yeah. So soft tissue, I guess.
Another great tackle from Fantasia here.
Yeah. I saw him take a few.
So all those buff heads I listened to today on podcasts.
No. I think they all listen to each other and then just get influenced.
Yeah, I noticed a couple of them they go out really early after the game too, and they don't rewatch stuff. So it's all knee-jerk reaction. Knee-jerk reaction stuff, yeah.
No. I think it's good to go and watch the game again.
It is, yeah.
Even if you don't want to. Like, I didn't want to watch this Freo thing again because it was just horrible. But and then I tried to find points like you did, and I was just like sitting there going, oh. And then you know what? Fuck KO. They are the most crap streaming service. We've got.
Because you can't.
We pay for. We pay for three TVs, right,
Yeah.
to be going.
Yeah.
There's no one home.
Right.
No one home. I've got it on, and it just keeps shutting down, saying too many users. So, KO, you're shit. Your service is shit. There's nobody in my house, and you've cut me off at crucial points of the game, especially the last 11 points. The TV kept switching off.
Yeah, I find I pause it and I go and get a drink or something, and then if I'm too long, come back and it's gone. Oh, would you like to watch it from the start? No, I wouldn't, because I was watching it from about an hour in. You fucking dickheads.
Yeah, and then you've got to try and scrub into it to find out. Oh,
well, I've learnt now. Every time I pause it, I take notice of how many hours and minutes.
Yeah, you've got to. Yeah, how many goals and points. Yeah,
Freo play.
I started watching Freo from 2000 and what was it? Last year, because I had to go back into it again, and then I started watching the last year's game for Freo Carlton, and I'm watching Lewis Young in the ruck. I'm like, shit, I didn't know Young was in the team. And it dawned on me. Hang on a minute, I think I'm in the wrong ear.
I'm not sure he's getting back in the team either after Wiedering on the weekend. Shit. And you know what? I'd take Kemp over Marchbank at the moment too.
Yeah, me too. I don't think
Kemp had a ripper.
Marchbank's not agile enough.
He actually is. He is.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
He just doesn't get a good run at it.
He just needs a good run at it, yeah. I mean, he was really good in the back half of the year last year. Anyway, yeah. I've written a Freo player. Naked guy with a bass running around. I've written Freo player raked it back in on the boundary line. No free. Again, I've written here.
We didn't get that luxury, did we?
No.
Who was it that dragged it in? Kemp? Was it Kemp?
No, not. Oh, well, I'll talk about that. A lot of people have talked about. Oh, Kemp had a brain fade. No, he didn't. And I'll talk about that when we get to it.
Yeah.
Hewitt I've written here, Hewitt and Fogarty unrecognised. Great defensive stuff from those guys going on all the time.
Well,
I didn't think there was much in the squad.
I'm sad to see that he's not playing, Fog, this week.
Yeah.
But it was worth every fucking bit of it. Because from what I saw, it looked like a clean hit to the face. And I was just like, take it, Fog.
Didn't even get him in the face. It got him in the shoulder. And then he grabbed the other side of his body.
Grabbed the wrong side of his neck.
Like a soccer player. He should miss a week.
And we got a 50.
Natalie Fife.
Good on you, Fog. Good on you, mate. A little bit higher next time. Straighten the elbow. Don't hurt your hand. And then how's the fake posturing by Freo pretending to be tough guys all of a sudden and rush into him? It's like he can't even move. He's laying on the ground like this and they're trying to attack him.
Until Sard steps in. They all back off when Sard steps in, I reckon.
He's got a bit of that.
Yeah.
He's got a bit of that madness in him.
Yeah. A man of Middle Eastern appearance, honestly. When he comes in there, they're all out of there. Yeah.
Look out, he's got a few fingers missing from the marbles flying everywhere.
Akers kicks to Curnow. Very strong mark from Curnow. Goal, which ties the game up. All with a rolled ankle, by the way. He'd rolled his ankle by this stage. And
that was early on. Yeah. Well, maybe that's why he didn't chase as much as I thought he should have.
Yeah, possibly too. Yeah. There's a high tackle on Williams, not paid.
Oh, yeah, some of them were right around the neck too.
Yeah.
Real.
All day.
Real head high.
All bloody day. Yeah. That behind to Freo where they couldn't tell if it was out of bounds or a behind. That worked well for us because it stopped a bit of their momentum. Was a break in the game, and we were able to sort of reset a bit, I reckon.
Yeah. Now, are we up to this yet?
It's probably a conspiracy.
It is.
The umpires did that on purpose. Carlton.
They engineered it.
Yeah.
They knew.
Yeah, everyone's become fucking Alex Jones all of a sudden, haven't they?
Alex Jones is scary on his own.
Yeah.
But an Alex Jones AFL supporter,
It'd be unreal.
Oh,
The umpires are engineering this.
Yeah, they're all Freemasons.
What are we?
I want to join the Freemasonry.
Yeah, why not?
I reckon it'd be all right. Get out in the Oaks there and chant about their finances.
Get into weird sexual stuff with other men.
Yeah, I don't know about that, mate. Where you going there?
Intercept from Fantasia in the forward 50, then bad kick out of defence. But nice passes from Carlton, then a goal to Charlie on the boundary. Beautiful kick from Charlie. We were back in front.
Have we missed an important part in the game here?
Which one?
Cripper getting tackled near the boundary, and then the guy kicks it on the full.
Yeah, there you go.
With his foot.
That was another one.
Kicks it on the full.
Yeah.
That was definitely on the full.
Yeah.
And nobody saw it.
Yeah.
There was 3 of them there.
Yeah.
And nobody saw that.
Yeah.
It's like they're all going, "Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Oh, I didn't see that. That was a conspiracy."
But somehow the AFL's rigged and the umpires want Carlton to win the premiership.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
That was a fair dinkum one on...
Carlton are the most hated team.
I know. That's crazy stuff. Jeez.
Nobody wants Carlton to win. They just can see... I'll tell you where David King put us. No. What's his name? He's offsider on SEN. Jared Wait. It's not Jared Wheatley. It's Waitley or someone. He's like a receding hairline guy.
Right.
He's an older guy. He's got us number 1. Giants second.
Really?
They did a top 4 thing. He's got us number 1. Yeah.
Well,
and he's not a passionate guy. He's very like he doesn't
clinical.
Give a fuck,
clinical.
Yeah, clinical. Yeah, clinical. Doesn't give a fuck.
Well, I was going to say I've been very worried about playing GWS this year because that last game they played, they lost to Collingwood, right, by a point or something.
Yeah.
I was thinking, geez, they are amazing, man. Their midfield and the spread that they get going. I'm not looking forward to that. But Freo did the same thing and we coped with it. So I think we'll cope with GWS too.
Now, now that I've watched them 4 times, Carlton.
Yeah.
Watched them 4 times. I've watched them hold on for 3 games that we shouldn't have won or could have been rolled, and we steamrolled North.
Yeah.
So we're doing as much as we possibly could be doing, and I don't think GWS will beat us.
We're still warming up to. I mean, we were pretty fumbly again. If we weren't as fumbly again, I reckon we would have probably won by a few more goals on the weekend.
Yeah.
So Newey...
But
sorry, mate. Yeah.
I just... Because I did watch GWS against Gold Coast.
I haven't watched them at all this year.
So Gold Coast had 7 or 8 debutants.
Right. Yeah, I heard that.
That's massive.
I did hear that, yeah.
And GWS only got away in the last quarter because of experience and composure. And they've got a great leader, I don't know if he's going to be playing next week, but there wasn't much in that either.
But
he tackled someone.
Sometimes the young guys can just go for it too, can't they? When they get a chance, they just go.
Probably not for 4 quarters, I don't think.
Yeah.
Just mentally.
No, I know.
It's a long time.
But to be fair, they bring that energy when they first play. That's they do freaky stuff because They're not as ingrained in the system, and they just play natural. They play natural footy.
Yeah, for sure. And they're given license pretty much.
More
Just go out there.
Just go and do your thing.
Yeah. Let's see what you got, and then so yeah, GWS. I did hold them higher.
Yeah.
Before gather round.
Okay. Right.
And after watching them play, I think they've got some key players that are really good. But overall, I'm going to back us against GWS.
Good. I've written here, great tackle on Newman in the goal square, and then they got a goal out of it. Old mate
shoved him into the ground.
Yeah,
to boot.
Got in his face, and then that's when Sard stepped in. They backed off.
Yeah. Al-Akbar.
Yeah.
Boom.
A Freo player took on 2 Carlton players and got tackled. No free.
Yeah.
Sard.
But did we complain?
No.
Did we complain?
Are we still complaining?
Go,
no.
Fuck, whatever.
Sardi did a 1-2-3 to one person, then another one, then back to him and into the forward 50.
Mate, he was on fire. He was on fire.
He was, yeah. I think the kick was sort of intercepted by them. It wasn't a great kick, but I've written here, there's a great tackle by Kennedy, and then he chased out. They got the transition going, but he chased them all the way out to the sort of the centre and tackled them again. And Fogarty was there with him as well. So great pressure. Kennedy's playing great too. I reckon he's starting to really hit his straps.
I loved him for they put him down forward.
Yeah, well, I reckon he played forward in the junior when he's junior footy.
Yeah. He's got that IQ, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
And he's a good size. He's a hybrid, isn't he? Sort of hybrid size.
Yeah.
He's a tough guy.
He's a real bull. Yeah.
And he can slot goals, which is good. He doesn't fucking butcher the ball as much as some of our others.
Now, was Owies the sub? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he
was.
At this time, he came on the ground third quarter, and he really started to bring the pressure. He and Fogarty started to work together and really bring a lot of. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Only one goal.
Yeah.
But he was in amongst it.
He was, yeah.
That's a good problem to have when you got Owies sitting on the sidelines as a sub.
Absolutely. He actually works well as a sub because I think he's good for those later moments in the game where you need someone to really to bring that energy. Yeah.
In the heat.
Bit of a mistake.
He loves it.
Yeah, he does love it. Yeah.
He just loves it. He loves it.
Said a bit of a mistake from Akers in the goal square, gave them a goal. But even I said here in brackets, the free was probably there, but borderline. Even that was a bit bloody borderline in their favour. No, there's a reoccurring theme happening all through this, isn't there?
Well, I thought so. I didn't see it. To me, it wasn't a tackle. It wasn't a tackle, but anyway, whatever. They got a goal out of it, but yeah, I thought it was as legit as the spoil you were talking about before with
McGovern.
I don't. Yeah, it was just there was no legitimacy in it at all.
I thought that was a good, honest contest, and both sort of misjudged it, and it shouldn't have been.
He lost.
Shouldn't have been a free to.
Akers lost.
Yeah. Oh, that one.
He lost
in that one. Yeah,
he lost.
But I've written here it was. I said the free was probably there, but it was still a bit borderline. Like it could have gone. As Richo says, I've seen those not paid before.
We could talk about that all night. I loved it when he said that the other night. He said, "Oh, geez, we could be here all night with that one." It's true. It's like, what are you talking? I mean, what are we talking about? It's like we don't know.
Good.
Well, we do, but
Good tap from TDK to Hewitt. It got into the 50 and a snap by Chera. Hewitt got a good entry again into the 50s, and Owies very good pressure inside 50. But Freo, once again, good transition out of the 50. So,
yeah. No, I'll give him that. But
I've written here. Then must have come the Fogarty spoil on 5,
yes,
and they played it
Yeah.
in slow motion. And in the background's an Indian guy. He's one of the runners or something, or one of the medical staff, and he's watching it and he's going, really judgy, like, can't believe it.
Oh, jeez. In this day and age, contact.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it's disgusting.
He was disgusted.
Yeah, it was disgusting. I think it should have been 3 inches higher. Straight left.
Nice lead on the edge of defensive 50 by Charlie and a nice pass by Sard.
I'm just going back to Fogarty a bit. He gives as good as he gets, though. That's the thing with me and Fog.
Yeah.
It's like he cops it all day.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
He cops it all day. He just gets up and runs on,
He's easily one of
He doesn't make a whole song and dance about it.
He's easily one of my favourite players for Carlton.
Yeah.
Cripps, Chera and Fogarty, really good pressure at the contests. We went to the 3/4 time with Freo ahead by 9 points.
Yeah.
Now, 4th quarter, good clearance from TDK to Hewitt to Cripps.
Was there a quick goal or a quick snap in the first?
Yeah, might have been.
First few minutes.
Yeah.
We got it down there. I don't know. Shit, I watched so many games. Like they're all blending into one.
Good pressure from Carroll in the centre of the ground. Carroll got a kick inside 50. Mark and/or free to Owies. That's the one where he went down low and he got the mark, but he was also pushed in the back. So.
Oh yeah.
And then he got his goal and he did his, his big celebration.
Fired him up.
TDK, Cripps, Hewitt, clearance again. Now, I reckon this is where the game was really changing. Our midfielders started to really ramp up the pressure.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I've written here, O'Meara looked really fit as well. I thought he was washed up. I thought he was dead and gone, that guy. But he was looking good as well.
I've heard he's been around for a while, hasn't he? Since the 90s.
Newman, beautiful, strong defensive mark to Newman. Great exit to Mackay and a good mark to Owies.
I thought Newman played a really good game.
He did, yeah.
I thought that was one of his best games this year.
I actually once again can't really think of anyone that didn't have a good game. Durden was maybe even some of the pressure stuff he did was great.
I thought Carroll was probably the if you had to take someone off, I would have taken him. I like Durden.
I like Carroll. I feel like he's plateaued
So do I.
I think he's plateaued a touch, though. He hasn't pushed on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, he started off exploding out of the mid, and just passing it down to the forwards. But yeah, I just thought he was. He might have been nullified by. They got a lot of good players.
They were determined to obviously win the clearances. I think that was a big part of their strategy, and
so that quietened Chera and definitely our smalls anyway.
Yeah,
our small mids.
Yeah.
Then what happened?
There's a lot of stuff I write down. I think, big deal, but
it happened.
Fantasia should have got he was being held without the ball, no free. Then Carroll got a snap out of that anyway, and we're back to 3 points. It was a behind.
Yeah. That would have been beautiful. God, that snap would have just lifted.
I know.
Everybody.
It didn't miss by much either. It was a good snap.
I know it was.
And
It was.
Akers nailed O'Meara in a tackle. Then Cripps nailed O'Meara in a tackle. Then he kicked inside 50 and the good forward defensive pressure happening again from us. Our mids are ramping up the pressure by this stage. Tackle by Camp out on the boundary, the back in the defensive boundary. And then got it to Newman, who did a kick into the forward 50, free to Kennedy, eventually right in front of goal.
Nice.
And Carlton were ahead by 3 points.
Yeah, that was awesome when we got ahead.
I've
That
written.
was so good.
Did you see the? They got it in their forward line. Weeders did this incredible bloody spoil. Did you see that? It was so gutsy. He came running from, I don't know, 30 metres, and he just jumped into the pack, and he sort of saved the day on that one.
There was I don't know if this was the one. That was the one, but there was a couple of spoils in a row. It was just going patong, patong,
Yeah.
patong.
Yeah.
At one stage in our forward 50, I think. But love it, Weeders.
Now, here we go with Kemp. Dragged it in, got paid for dragging it in. But what no one is talking about is that he pretty much nearly took a mark out of that. He was actually trying to finish the mark, and it could have been paid a mark. He got so much of it, and he was juggling it all the way to the ground. And where people,
and that's what he pulled when he pulled it in.
That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to actually get the mark,
right.
not pull it. So it wasn't a brain fade, all you fucking morons on your podcast.
Yeah, right.
He was trying to mark the ball, and it was
to finish it off.
And it almost could have been paid. Like he really got about 3 bites at the cherry.
So
it was a desperation thing to try and finish off the mark that he was attempting. So it was nothing to do with grabbing the ball and dragging it in to try and get it out.
Well, seems pretty counterproductive, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because everyone knows that when you do that, you're gone.
Yeah.
In front of goal.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
A few of you need to watch the game again and take note of that.
Yeah. Get it right.
Then we had Cripps did an insane in and under in the pack. Did you see that? And got it out to Williams.
Yeah.
Who steps through about 150 Freo players.
Yeah.
And just delivered it to Charlie, one-on-one to Charlie.
Beautifully.
And Charlie's mark was phenomenal strength.
Yeah.
And then one hand.
Yeah. One hand. I thought I said to my son, I think he knows that he's not going to get paid anything if he does that.
Yeah.
So he's just going to lean back, protect the space because he knows he can, and just go. Boom.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done it lots of times before.
Yeah.
I think it's like it's just okay. That's plan B.
Well, I mean,
I'm not winning anything here.
Yeah, no, and look, he took strong marks all day, and it's not against the pissy little young North Melbourne defenders either. It's against those big Freo defenders, some of the best in the game.
No.
But I reckon, the last 4.5 minutes, because they went ahead, and we had 4.5 minutes. But I've written here, this is why you need A-grade players in your team, because those are the guys that all stepped up.
Yeah.
That last 4 minutes, they're the ones that all stepped up. Cripps and Chera and Hewitt and and TDK even, and then Williams. They all just were like our midfield were ramping up the pressure big time.
Yeah.
And that's what won the game. That's what won the game. Even if they didn't get that descent thing, or even, I think we still would have won it. The momentum was in our favour, and we weren't stopping.
It's what's going on the ball. It's the pressure on the ball.
Yeah.
That's going to put your side it's going to give your side an advantage, as it did, even if the ball was touched.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get the advantage if you're just going, and we've lost so many of those games.
Yeah.
That they know what to do now. You know, they're not going to let Cozzy pick it. You know what I mean? It's not happening again.
That little shit got suspended again for, see that? An elbow in the face to that guy.
Fuck.
He annoys me, that kid. He's so...
Man, just stop it. Just give it up, mate.
But mate, Tom,
and
yeah.
And then there's no, so you go to court and there's no prior conviction taken into account.
Oh, really?
It's all fresh.
Oh, okay. Well, he gets one match.
It's like,
yeah.
So otherwise he'd be like banned for life.
Mm.
If he kept walking into the match review like that, if you did that in normal life, it'd be like, oh, sorry, mate.
Too many
You're
times.
going away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Times.
Too many times, yeah.
Apparently, it's all fresh when you go in there.
But those last few minutes, it was the clearances every time was TDK to either Cripps, Chera, or Hewitt, and those guys were just ramping it up big time.
Yeah,
and then that bit of play by Williams,
absolutely.
and then Cotterill and Owie started chipping in as well in the forward 50, and like we deserved it. I think we're a more experienced team, especially with the close finishes, and. You can complain that kick was touched, which it was, but like you said last week, we got to stop watching this stuff in slow motion because there's no way an umpire's going to pick that up. It brushed his bloody hair. That might
brushed his hair.
And barely.
Well, someone's
barely touched his shoulder.
So apparently, it's getting so technical now.
Yeah.
That they're using so many angles that can produce so many different perspectives that if you look at it long enough, you'll find something.
Mm. Yeah.
So it's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone nuts.
Yeah.
Like even if it's wrong, you will see and you'll go, oh, actually the ball did go that way, and it could have been.
Yeah. Well, if we're going,
off of that.
Yeah. Well, if we're going to do that, let's go back and review all the frees that should have been paid to us and weren't.
See, that's the thing.
You know what I mean?
It's like it's not possible.
Yeah.
So
unless you want the game stopping every 30 seconds while we review stuff. I mean, the goal thing's fair enough, but the rest of the play, yeah,
Well, even the goal
there's just
thing now is like
no scope for it. No scope for it.
But it kills any momentum.
Yeah.
You've got a team there that's raring to go.
Yeah.
That's on fire.
Yeah.
Whether it's us or whoever it is, and then you've got blokes standing around, and it could be for 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, but you imagine that for general play as well. Like in the field of play, reviewing stuff like that. To be fair to the umpires, the game is so fast now. Like they're just not going to pick up everything, and there's going to be a lot of frees that go missing. And anyway.
Don't forget, a lot of the time, like they're running their guts out.
Yeah.
They're running their guts out,
yeah.
like,
and they're not in the perfect position to see the actual play.
That's right.
Yeah.
They could be running sideways.
Yeah.
And, what do we expect? It's like it's nuts out there.
Yeah.
It's like a pinball machine.
Yeah.
And you got a few blokes out there just like going, fuck, I don't know.
Yeah.
And they don't have time. They don't have time to to go, did they brush through that beautiful locks of hair? Did they move? They move?
Yeah, I thought I saw his hair move.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that nostril hair just swayed to the left a little bit.
Mm.
But yeah, it's stupid. Anyway, fuck it. It was they should have beat us. They should have.
They definitely controlled the game a lot more, but I mean, we never let them get away, and we were right there the whole time. As I said, we were fit enough to keep running with them all day, and in fact, overrun them in the last quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. And That's not an easy feat.
Yeah.
Like that's not easy. That's a good side playing another good. That's two good sides going at it.
Yeah.
So that's what you get.
Well, I
You
mean,
get a close.
I think Freo should take a lot of positives out of it because I think they did really, really well. And I think they're going to be a good team. I think they'll make finals based on what I saw on Saturday, aren't they?
Unfortunately, they will. Yeah, we'll have to watch them
Mm.
just fuck around with the ball for 2 hours at some point. Again,
Oh, well,
if it's a grand final, I'm not going to be watching it.
mm.
I can't watch them.
Oh, no,
It's just
our
terrible footy.
coaches will go to school on that. They won't get away with it again.
Yeah, I'd like to see that be bullied. I'd really like to see that be bullied like that.
Mm.
No, hip and shoulder, bang. Just all over them.
Yeah.
All over them.
Yeah.
Don't let that. Don't let him. This chip around and all this shit. Nah. Slam them to the ground. Take it back.
I think it's a good win. And we'll take the 4 points. Who cares? Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Done. Next. Yep.
Adelaide.
I don't know
Adelaide
how we're
is
going
next.
to. Adelaide, yeah.
Did you watch the
Yeah.
game against who'd they play? Melbourne.
No, I haven't. Actually, yeah, I did watch that game.
I changed my tip right before the bounce to Adelaide because they were looking really focused and for quite a bit of the game I was thinking, oh, this was a genius move. Like,
yeah, right.
It looks like they're going to do it, but then Melbourne just
yeah, they were good.
They just
They were good.
experience and held their nerve and
yeah. I think see, the problem with it's their kicking is going to get them into trouble.
Adelaide or Melbourne?
Melbourne,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, their scoreboard pressure is going to get them into trouble because they're winning games on points almost.
Mm-hmm.
So many points. They are non-stop serial double figure points kickers like every game.
I feel like goal kicking is a bit of a lost art form or something. Do you remember guys missing as much as they do now back in the day? I don't know.
No, I remember the goal scorer always was higher than the point score. Just generally.
It feels like the forwards are better at kicking goals back in our day or something.
Unless there's just a lot of frantic.
Yeah. Well, the snaps,
I mean?
all the snaps are goal, yeah.
When they pay off, they're really good. But yeah, you can't survive on it. It's not your bread and butter, is it?
No. Well, I was going to say, I mean, we can't take Adelaide lightly because they showed some good moments, I thought, was it Friday night? Yeah. No, Thursday night.
It was the first game,
Thursday night,
wasn't it?
Thursday night, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're just one of those teams that can, on the day, they can really give it to you.
Yeah, and we're going to drop one at some point.
I hope
that's
it's
inevitable.
not this one. I hope we get revenge for last year.
Yeah, that was tough, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh. And for a long time after that, it was very tough. Not so long ago, they were being spat at. Oh, my God.
Shit, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, down the race. Just quietly, they deserved it. What a shit team they were back then.
But I reckon they were just trying to learn new stuff. I reckon Vossi was focusing on the defensive thing, which has paid off now. Like yesterday, our defense was phenomenal. But I reckon they just
pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what was happening last year, to be honest. That's my theory. That's my theory.
Nobody knows what was happening back then.
I know at the GWS game before they started, the Sard, Newman and Weeders were doing some pretty impressive drills to get the ball out of back pocket onto the winger, and Ollie Hollands kept leading down on the wing, and they actually it was the whole defensive. The three of them had orange shirts and three of them didn't, and they were
Oh, okay.
they were practicing transition stuff out of defence. So
Huh.
Yeah. So I think that was the focus. And GWS were really similar. Both teams played real similar that day, and I thought they're both going to be fine. Neither of them know their system just yet. They're
Yeah,
still
yeah,
learning
yeah,
a new system. So that's my theory. That's
yeah,
my theory.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can't, I honestly can't see that Vossi would have come in and just been sitting on his hands for, 7 games. I think, I don't know.
It was a weird.
I've only seen him once flustered in a press conference. Um, but other than that, he was pretty calm. Even though we were, like the board were getting, there was that whole, what do they call it?
Review.
Well, the review, yeah, that was going on as well, and yeah, I've only seen him flustered once, where he nearly turned into the Vossi when he was playing, with his eyes rolling back in his head.
The Hulk.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, so it's still there. I'm not concerned about that.
I'd like to think that
Um,
he gave them a good old fashioned bloody bawling out. Right, you lot have fucking had enough of you. You're gonna contest, or you're going back to reserves. You're going back to the VFL. I'd like to think that happened.
You're going to be working in Alaska next week. So dress warm.
Yeah.
Bit of Tony Montana.
Tired of your crip.
Um,
You're doing nothing.
Crips.
You're doing nothing.
Number 1 draft.
My ass.
Thank God for Wiedering. He's the only shining light.
Look, he was phenomenal on the weekend, I thought.
Oh, mate, every game.
The second game back after, how long has he been out? 6 weeks or something?
Oh, God, a long time.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, no.
So.
He's a specimen, that guy.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Mornington Peninsula boy, mate.
There you go. Okay, as where we live, we can only. I think our only claim to fame up here at the moment is Isaac Heaney. He's a Newcastle boy.
Is he?
Yeah, possibly Maitland as well. There's some connection there, the family or something. But yeah.
Oh, he's doing all right.
Yeah, he's doing all right. I was surprised that West Coast
Oh, that was really weird.
took it to them. But I mean, weird ground, weird country ground, and I don't know. I think Sydney will be right up there this year.
Yeah, yeah. I hope so. I like Sydney.
Do you?
Yeah, I like the way they play.
I think I like them better now.
Take it on.
Buddy's gone in. I didn't like Buddy.
Yeah, okay.
I know.
Yeah, no,
I know
think
he
that
was
worked out
amazing and
better.
everything, but he's also one of the biggest grubs I've ever seen on the football field.
Yeah, right.
And
Yeah,
no one ever
yeah,
talks about that. I watched him hit so many little blokes that weren't ready for it all the time. It's like,
that.
he was just a big grub, Buddy.
Yeah. Oh, look, I think that their forward line was better off when he left, because they were able to solidify something different.
Oh, and look for other targets too, because he was a yeah. I'd look for him all the time. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But Heaney was a bit lost. He seemed to play off him a fair bit. He was a bit lost when he went in the forward line. So it's good they've put him in the middle. I think he's because he's a good midfielder too.
I love the way they play. They just take it on,
Yeah, they're hard
really
little buggers.
Yeah, and they're really skillful.
They are actually, yeah. Which
back in the
day they were terrible, but yeah, their skill levels through the roof, isn't it? Yeah, the angles.
Yeah, they do all that.
Yeah,
they've got a lot. They've got a lot. Jeez, it's only their 4th game. Is it 4th or 3rd? 4th.
They've had one more game than us. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Because that's right. And Melbourne have too, haven't they?
possibly. Can't.
Melbourne,
Yeah, I'm not sure.
that,
It's hard to keep up. That
yeah,
opening round thing was a bit confusing, but
I know. Yeah, yeah, threw me.
what was I going to
Uh,
say? Yeah, we could do with a bit more polish. I mean, I got to tell you, that's why another
yeah,
reason I love Fantasia. Every time he's got the ball, he's just so polished.
yeah.
His passes are
Even if he does,
phenomenal.
even if he does pass it brilliantly to the opposition, like hits him right on the chest.
Did he do that? I
I
didn't.
still like it. Not last week.
Uh,
No, I think it was when one of his first games. I think it was his first game. He came back and hit some dude right on the chest, speared him right on the chest. But and I thought, oh well, if he can just hit one of our guys, this guy's going to be all right. But
well, the first game against Brisbane, he delivered that beautiful pass. I think it was to Harry. He
yeah,
came flying out of the middle of the ground and just drilled one into Harry's chest, and then he did that to Cripps the other day. I reckon. Yeah, I reckon he's never gonna have a 30 disposal, 8 goal game, but he just all our small forwards are like that. They just pop up at the right time, and the load's distributed really evenly. We're like a bloody
oh,
communist country,
oh,
Carlton.
yeah. Everybody gets a go.
Yeah. Stalin,
Except for the top.
Stalin, they're getting it
Except
right.
for the top echelon.
They're getting it right down here. Come and have a look.
Give him an extra potato.
Pol Pot. Should check out Carlton. Now that's communism working beautifully.
We will build them a castle.
No, but it's true. Like it's such an even spread of effort. You can't
I was only expecting when
Fantasia.
when he came in, I was only expecting like what I saw was like him coming on for a quarter and then going off again. And I thought, okay, we got him for nothing. He's really like obviously at some point he was heralded as something special.
Long time ago.
But if you can, yeah, but like if we can get a little bit of that class just for a quarter, be like, well, that's
worth it.
That's worth it.
And the experience he brings for the other guys, because a lot of them still need to learn the craft properly up there, I reckon.
Yeah.
Lop and Durden and Owies even.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought we would see him play about 3 times and then they'd use him for later in the year for like impact.
Yeah.
But so far he's been playing every game pretty much. So
yeah, in the 22.
I think anyone that says, we've got a dud there is a fucking idiot. Honest, no offense.
I don't think there's one. Oh, no. Absolutely offensive. There's no duds in the team.
No.
I don't see any duds in that team.
Oh, look, there are lots of knee-jerk reactions. It was people that have, one guy did his record. He did his video on the Sunday morning, so he, obviously hadn't watched it. It was all knee-jerk stuff. And I didn't like Chera. I didn't like Fantasia. I didn't think he did well. Blah, 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 blah.
He probably hasn't slept.
And then the young girl and guy I listened to that same thing. It's just not thinking about it. They haven't watched the game again. Because you do.
They don't have that.
It's like you said, when you watch it again, either 1 or 2 times, you see it differently every time.
Yeah, what are they doing off the ball? Oh, there he is over there.
Yeah.
That's strange.
Yeah.
He's just gave someone a nudge in the ribs. That's good.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Oh, anything. Yeah. I don't have any duds. I'm stoked.
Me too.
I'm just stoked.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have been disappointed if and when we drop a game, I'll be disappointed. But generally speaking, like just the connection with them all, I'm actually happy for them.
Yeah.
Because there was so much shit. There was so much ugliness. Like
and
before,
guys like Cripps. Cripps could have gone to Western Australia, I'm sure, for big money at any time, and his family's there, and but he's stuck
Yeah.
fat with the club, and
Like he's a Carlton guy.
yeah.
And they all seem to be. Nobody's looking around.
Well, he's not going to stop
You
until
know
he
what I
gets a premiership. I reckon he'll be.
Yeah.
Even if he's crawling with no legs, he'll be.
Bandaged up.
Yeah, like the mummy.
Coming out of the middle.
Yeah. So you got to respect that. You got to respect that commitment.
The mummy. Well, he had a pretty good week all round, Cripper.
Oh yeah, congrats to Cripper. Well done.
Had a healthy baby.
Yeah.
So good on him. Good on him. I hope he's getting paid shitloads and he's living it up because he deserves it. The captain.
Yeah.
I love him. He's our captain. I love seeing him in the huddle, just fucking and his head bobbing. Like, what's the fucking hell talking to every fucking one of you? He looks like such a nice bloke, but I reckon if he
that tackle he did in the first 30 seconds was shocking. I was going, oh shit. He buried old mate. And it was, I'll tell you what, it was borderline too, a bit late. He really just slammed him.
Oh, mate, he's got the best lawyer. He got away with some rippers last year. It was like, it goes nuts, gone straight to the tribunal. It's like, no, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. We're going to review that. No, he's off.
What was the hit on Archie? Was it in the?
There was quite a few games where he got off with nothing. No fine.
I think he's a bit of a niggle merchant too. We've talked about that, haven't we?
I'd love to know what they're saying when they're talking to each other.
Oh yeah,
talking to each other and they're smiling. Like,
well, I know that Judd.
Juddy.
When Judd first ran out for us against West Coast, he just swapped and they gone, and he had the bandage shoulders, and apparently they say, "What's wrong with his shoulders, Juddy?" And he goes, "Too many years carrying you, cunts." And apparently the whole field just lost it. Yeah, all those years of carrying you.
We used to go to the footy when Juddy was playing, and we'd watch him jog on for 5 minutes and then come off again. He'd run on for 5 minutes and just go nuts, and then they'd pull him off again.
Would they?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I loved that strategy. Like, because he still had a lot to offer, but only in really short bursts. So he'd be straight off again, but then he'd be straight on again.
Like Ablett was a bit like that, and the last days, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And then Hanbury from the Swans, they just battered him to death till he couldn't. Ran him in the midfield till he couldn't even barely walk or move.
Couldn't turn his head.
His body was a mess. He was permanently injured. Calves and whatever.
Can't hear the footsteps chasing after him anymore. Just getting run down.
No, you're playing midfield again, Hanbury. Get out there. All right. Can I have a break? No, you can't.
What?
Maybe in 5 years we'll think about it.
All right. Hanbury mic'd up. Oh shit! Hang on, that's okay.
Poor old bugger. It's a very ungraceful departure from the whole thing. Could never get back on the ground, really.
Who'd wanna?
I know. He reckons he was ready to go one more year, but yeah.
So, I've got sleep token coming up on the
I
18th.
saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to that. And Bring Me the
I
Horizon.
don't think they're playing up here. But
Oh yeah. Oh yes, they
are
are.
they?
Oh, that'll be sold out.
Sydney. I know they're playing Sydney, but I don't think they're doing Newcastle or anything.
They won't come out there.
Yeah.
Jeez, I bet they'd have a crowd out there.
Yeah,
Ooh.
probably would. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I haven't
Well, that
listened to
sucks.
them. I'm sorry. I was going to, and I just didn't get around to it.
Bring Me the Horizon, or
No, Sleep Token. Was it?
oh
What are they called?
Bring Me the oh no, it's what did the other one I was talking about was
Bad
Bad
Omens. That's it. Bad Omens.
Yeah, and the album is called the one that the song actually is called Like a Villain. Remember we had a joke about
That's
that.
right. We broke into Like a Virgin. Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Last week's show was good. I'm a bit tired.
Yeah, it was funny.
Bit tired tonight. I'm a bit flat.
Oh yeah.
Not as many gags coming out, but
Well, look, honestly,
we'll regroup and
it's kind of like the last.
we'll go to work on it.
Like
There's plenty of work to do.
We'll
regroup and watch the review.
Clearances. Yeah, we'll review it.
We'll go to work. We'll go to work.
But you know what? This is just a reflection of Fremantle's game. There's not much to really talk about, is there? It was as boring as batshit.
Yeah.
And yeah, good look. I'm glad that we don't have to see that. I'd rather watch us play against Richmond or any of the other games that we've had this year have been fucking unbelievable.
I didn't think it was as boring as people are saying, but I admired their ability to run like that and to spread like that and as I said, a lot of the passes were pretty impressive.
Yeah, I guess it was like a technical display.
It was, yeah. Yeah.
So that doesn't make for good viewing.
Oh, I guess no. It's a bit like
a
technical drummer doesn't necessarily make for good listening.
No, no. It's a long night.
Without mentioning any names.
Without mentioning any names, it's a long night.
Yeah.
Yeah. For everybody.
Yeah.
Even the participant.
It's not so bad at a clinic because you're there to see people do tricks and stuff, aren't you? But when it's in a musical situation, you just go, oh, I thought you were a good drummer, but you're boring as batshit.
Just nailing down the click.
Yeah.
Nailing down that tambourine click. Not like
you can get too technical to where you're just a nutcase of a player type thing. It just changes your playing, I reckon.
I don't know how,
the truly great guys can make simple stuff feel really good, whereas
but isn't there so without getting wishy-washy about it, music is an emotive entity.
Yeah.
And you resonate with that.
I
mean, if you're not connecting emotionally with or I don't know, if you're not connecting with it, I think there's a definite reflection. And that's just even you can hear it when Gad is doing, say Dancing Queen from ABBA or whatever, It's like, it's, that was his job.
He can make you go weak at the knees just playing simple grooves.
True. That's true. That's true. So how does that work? How does that work?
I don't know.
It's bizarre.
I don't know. I think I reckon that's the difference between if you've got a gift or if you haven't, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's always a big hoo-ha on Facebook. Oh no, you just got to practice 10,000 hours and then it's like, nah, yes, that's true to a degree, but nah, you still, if you're not born with that ability to reach people on a deeper level, you never have it. Like no matter how
Yeah.
much practice you do, you'll be able to fool people and do clinics and stuff. And I don't want
Yeah.
to mention names. There's a few guys like that in the world. I've been to see them, and when they play by themselves and they're doing their tricky stuff, it's like, wow, that's impressive. And
Yeah.
then the music comes on, it's like, oh God, this is terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, a drum teacher of mine said it gets to the point where it starts to become a physical feats of just
Yeah.
incredible trickery, whatever. Like, look what I can do this year.
Yeah.
Look what I've developed this year.
Yeah. And then there's
This is what I've been working on.
plethora of them on Instagram, and look how I can fuck this old song. Look what I can do with it. Yeah. Guess what? The guy that played it originally didn't do what you're doing, and that's why it's a fucking multi-million-dollar selling song, because you didn't fuck it like you are.
Yeah, you 2-year-old dick. Your dad should be shot.
Were you saying the guys that everybody wants to rule the world by Tears for Fears, and they modulate it. They play. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah,
Do you get sent things because you're a drummer?
you know what? I get sent that idiot with the beard that does all the one-handed and flicking bouncing the stick off the drums, and
For fuck's sake.
it's like, yeah, it's great. What do you say to people like,
fuck off? There's nothing you can explain to them.
I'll make up a congratulations, you're the 100th dickhead that sent me this guy.
A drumming video.
I mean, the guy's amazing, but it's like, yeah, okay, big deal.
I tell you what, I did get something really nice the other day, and that was Sammy Davis Jr. playing drums.
Yeah, he could play. Yeah,
that was really nice. I thought, thank you for not sending me that 5-year-old that just butchered Eye of the Tiger.
I know.
Seriously, I got sent that. Eye of the Tiger.
Well, little 18-month-year-olds that can barely reach
5-year-old
playing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
amazing drums.
What is this? It's like a circus.
But I did send you Carlos Vega playing with Boss Skaggs.
I love that whole thing, and I tell you what I love about it. I love that Boz Skaggs is such a loose, performer, but he surrounded himself with just gold, and he sounds amazing.
The backing vocals were flawless on that. The harmonies and stuff were flawless. And the brass section, the rhythm section was just.
I mean, mate, that's like
they don't make them like that anymore.
No, well, I love that he had a brass section.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't really need one, does he?
No.
Because his songs are kind of really good,
But
they're just.
But that was the time.
Very good songs.
That was the time, like it was nothing to have a brass section or even a string section. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, the good old days, but yeah.
Oh no, that's good stuff. What else did I get sent? I actually posted one, and you might know who this guy is. I posted one on Facebook, no views. Actually, no, I got 2 likes. Amazing. His name's Joe. He's an old guy, right? This is it looks like archive footage. And his name's Joe Jones, but I can't figure out which Joe Jones he is.
Papa Joe Jones.
Papa Joe Jones.
He was like a buddy. He was like a Buddy Rich. Yeah.
Well,
he was a real incredible technician and sort of showman. Yeah. Philly Joe was more. Oh, he was amazing.
Modern jazz.
Yeah, modern jazz.
He was modern jazz.
Papa Joe was a bit more swing, old school. Yeah.
A bit older school. Yeah, but he does some really neat stuff.
Oh, hell of a player. Yeah. Have you seen
with his hands?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
like on the drums.
There's a few solos from him worth checking out. Have you
Yeah,
seen Rufus Jones?
No.
Oh shit.
No, I'll check it out.
Oh,
I'll check it out.
mate, that guy's doing double strokes, and he's seriously, if the drums here, they're rebounding like that. Yeah, yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Rufus. I'll go to-
Rufus Speedy Jones, they called him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rufus. Yeah, okay. Rufus Speedy.
And I sent you the
oh,
Tony
there.
Williams drum solo, didn't I?
I love Tony Williams.
Oh, he's amazing.
He's one of my favourites of all time.
He just lives on the edge every solo, doesn't he? He just pushes the boundaries.
Mate,
Yeah.
like he's like from the old days, but to me he sounds like a modern fucking thinker.
And better. And even better than the modern guys, yeah.
Yeah. He sounds like like now.
Yeah.
It's like not only did he invent, like hi-hats all over the place, and mate, and another guy too that I love is
what about when he split this?
Jack DeJohnette.
Oh, mate,
what do you think about him?
Oh, I got to tell you, I never listened to him at all, and then lately he's been popping up. It's like, holy shit, that guy's playing is beautiful.
He's a really melodic guy,
and the touch and the chops he had.
Yeah.
What a player!
I've got a book of his, right, and I haven't got past the first page. It's like his hi-hat, and I've got to nail this part. Oh, mate, I've got to show you this. This is it. It's called Colours.
But the way he split his limbs too, he was.
That's it. That's right.
Real different approach. Like, not saying other guys weren't doing it, but the way he did it was really unique. And what a player!
Actually,
what a player!
I'll tell you who does. It's not a book of his own.
Right.
It's this book here, Beyond Bob.
Yeah.
And he put it. This is a great book, mate. You'd really like this. This goes into splitting up. His examples at the start are amazing. There's a guy called Roy Haynes here. I don't know much about him.
He's still playing. He's 90 years old or something. He's still playing.
Is he?
Yeah.
So he's like one of the fathers of modern, jazz. And Miles Davis is in it. Then, like, this goes into broken time and everything. This is an intense book. I haven't got anywhere near it yet. But then he does this. He Picture 3, this is called.
Right.
And this is off the CD. And that's the album. That's the album.
What's the album called?
It's called Pictures.
Right. Jack DeJohnette.
And it's just Jack DeJohnette. Great album.
Okay.
It'll and it's got, I think it's, what's his name, Bill Evans on piano.
Oh, he's a monster. Yeah.
So it's just those two. Often it's quite often it's those two, and they're just free forming, like, and doing melodic. It's not like 2 and 4. It's free, a lot of free jazz, and it's pictures. It's textures.
It's
yeah,
dealing in textures.
Yeah, so he's just called them Picture 1, Picture 2, Picture T. The different songs are just Picture 4, Picture 5. I've got it on CD. It's really nice listening. But when he does go into time playing, and his left foot is splashing and closing and stuff. Oh, it's not tight.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not like today's playing. It's loose and it's not clean.
Yeah.
But it's just human. It's so human.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Have you heard? Oh, there's a modern guy, Eric Harlan. You heard him play?
No.
Oh,
no.
far out. You got to check him.
I'll type that in. I'll type that in as
I
well.
reckon he's listened to a bit of Jack DeJohnette, but he's a friend of mine, young kid, switched me onto him, and he's a guitarist.
Yeah,
And
okay.
he got fully into modern jazz, and he said, "You got to check this guy's drumming." And he's got that gad touch, that beautiful, and his time, and he's so inventive. What a player! You got to check.
Look,
Eric Harland.
Look, Eric Harland.
Yeah.
Let's not bag everyone modern. It's just
No.
the technicians tend to get a little bit more recognition than the band players.
Oh, I'm just sick of all these Instagram heroes that all sound the same and all play one dynamic and one of them actually he posted, he said he did this thing, Ringo Starr missed a great opportunity to play a progressive fill here, and it was one real simple Beatles thing, and he breaks into this fill, one of those modern fills, and I got in the comments, but all these young cats were taking it seriously, like, oh yeah, that was much better, like that was good. And I got on and I said, yeah, it just goes to show, like, all the technique in the world doesn't mean musicality. And the guy that posted it said, yes, exactly, that's what I was trying to prove. All these idiots missed it. They're just taking it seriously. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice one. I like that. But I like doing it.
But you watch one guy, and then Instagram gives you about 500,000.
I know. And then you're in deep waters. Yeah, it's trouble. And then you just want to smash your phone.
But you'd like Nate Smith, wouldn't you? Nate Smith, you heard much of him?
Yeah, I have. I know the name.
Oh,
like I like all the groove players.
Oh, Nate Smith is still. Oh yeah, he's a full groove.
And yeah, I know.
I tell you what's worth watching is band called Wolfpack, VULF.
Oh. Wow.
Okay, you've got to take the time and sit down and watch Wolfpack live at Madison Square Gardens.
VULF. Whoa, it's come up straight away.
Yeah.
Madison Square Gardens.
Yeah, I stumbled across that when COVID first hit, and everything was like, what the fuck is going on in the world?
Yeah.
And that concert is the most joyous thing. They filmed the whole thing from the stage, so you're part of it.
Oh.
And like they're all killer players. Like the guy starts off playing drums and singing.
Right.
Next thing, he's on piano, and the guitarist is playing drums, and they all swap instruments, and they're just, and then
the young guys.
And then they get all these other musos on to help sing and play. It's just,
how do they organise this shit?
Well, that's what I want to know. They got a lot of money because they tricked Spotify. They got all their followers. They put up this silent 8 hour of silence, and got all their followers to put it on while they slept, and they got these massive checks from Spotify, and it was, and Spotify freaked out and clamped down on all that sort of thing, and then they just kept building followings, because you'll see why. It's just quality music
for sure.
But modern, not like like it's old school, but modern as well.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
They just built a following until they actually booked themselves. No management, no record company, booked Madison Square Gardens and put on the concert.
See, that's
and filled
that's
it.
What that's
filled the whole place.
Yeah,
filled the place.
Yeah. See, it doesn't that go? It just goes to show you that people are just starving for something else, and it can be done.
Yeah.
It can be done.
But Nate Smith makes a cameo in that. He plays one track.
Okay. Oh, that's good. I kills two birds with one stone.
But check that out. You'll love it. You'll absolutely love it. I guarantee.
Do you like any of John Mayer stuff?
Yes, that album. Continuum's a killer album.
Yeah.
The production on that is beautiful.
Yeah, I like Room for Squares too. Just for songs, pop songs.
Yeah.
beautiful pop songs. But the drummers that he uses,
Stevie Jordan.
whew,
Yeah.
yeah. And he loves it. Thing about John Mayer that I like is he celebrates
Yeah. He gives a nod to
other
he gives a nod to
musicians.
the guys that have
Like
come
he'll
before
be
him.
he'll be
Yeah.
listening to
Yeah.
Stevie Jordan play, and he's just standing in the background, just going like a punter,
Yeah.
like a fan,
Yeah.
and then he rips into the guitar, and you go, "Oh shit, Stevie Ray!" Ah.
Well,
Love it.
older guy up here, keyboard player that I was doing gigs with, he was around here for dinner, and he was saying you got to check out this album by Emmylou Harris,
Yeah,
the drummer from
yeah.
the drummer from the U2 produced it, and
Wow.
sonically it's just incredible. You got to hear the album; it's beautiful,
Yeah, okay.
man. Really like gothic gospel, swampy
Oh,
sound. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah,
oh,
yeah, you'll
I
love it.
love
You'll love
that.
it.
I'll put that in as well. Emmylou
I think
Harris.
that's.
It'll correct me anyway.
Well, I'll ask
Um,
Wifey when I get off here, and I'll message you and confirm that one. But yeah,
yeah,
a girl called Yolo, YOLO.
yeah. I've heard of her.
Beautiful production. I think the guy from maybe it's Black Keys. He produced it,
Oh,
and
right.
it's absolutely immaculate, old school Motown
Yeah.
/ country / Nashville sound. Just perfect.
Okay.
And her voice is
Yeah.
great songs,
Yeah.
great album. Yeah.
Yeah. I like
But mate, Beyonce's doing some really cutting edge stuff. Like her last 2 albums. No, I'm serious. She's really
Sorry.
no, I'm serious. She's pushing a bit of boundary. Like she's becoming an actual artist instead of some sort of product.
Well, why not? Why not when you've got that sort of money?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Why would you keep regurgitating?
Yeah.
You got that money, you're set for life.
Yeah.
And you can do whatever you want. Like, why would you not?
I saw today she's like, well, with all the programming and AI stuff going on, I thought, I just want to go back to a real album, real musicians with instruments that are tuned perfectly and fit well together and stuff like that. It's like, right on. Yeah. If only more of you were a bit more bloody.
Well, I'll tell you what, Justin Timberlake
Yeah. Well,
does that.
he's not bad either. Yeah.
He doesn't like he does. God, my son played me his last a bit of the album that just came out, and it's like fuck, like sonically, it's just and the talent that they've got, playing in it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good stuff.
There's some
around.
good stuff happening.
There's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
I like Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
I reckon her production
Yeah, it is
fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, her brother does all the programming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very clever. Clever programmer. Yeah. And
There's a
that
really
song she
good-
did for the James Bond film was really raw and what's the word? Yeah, really just raw. Really nice, heartfelt track. I loved it.
I like it when these new artists have a really produced album, and then they go out live and they turn it into a band album, and it's like fuck yeah, this really there's this young girl called Julian Baker.
Okay.
And her album is quite sedate, quite mellow. And then you see her take the stage, mate, and she grabs the guitar like she fucking grabs it harder than Jimmy Page, and just, mate, I think it's on my page. Check it out.
Stumbled across. Someone played me. There's like a 50-year-old chick too. She's like that, just killer guitarist, and she's just got that swagger, like
Ooh,
that natural,
yeah.
like, and not.
Yes.
It's because I've got this swagger because I'm fucking good and I'm experienced.
yeah,
And oh man,
yeah.
she was good. I'll have to find out who that is too. I'll have to remember her name.
I'm gonna send you a reel.
She's
I'm gonna send you a reel.
okay.
This is all you need of this girl is like 30 seconds, and you just go, "Yep, fuck,
Yeah.
yep,
Yeah.
no problem." And then you listen to the album, and it's just totally different. There's some really good artists around.
I mean that
Really good
Jacob
artists.
Collier kid's a bit of a genius. I mean, have you seen him?
No. Like I don't listen to a lot of radio, so I don't
No,
catch
he's not
anything.
really. I don't think he's really radio. Yeah. He came to fame through doing incredible arrangements of songs. He did.
Oh, okay.
I forget the one that he made him famous. Quincy Jones saw it and just signed him straight away.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Oh,
but he did. He did. What's the Lionel Richie song? Is it All Night Long?
all night long. Yeah.
Oh, you should. The
Oh,
arrangement he does of that is just.
yeah.
He's the modern day.
Well,
He's pretty much a modern day like Beethoven or Mozart or something like that. He's just
right.
musical genius.
Yeah, because Quincy did a thing where he was picking up people and pushing them. He was picking them up and going, "Yep, I'll sponsor you. I'll give you time. I'll give you money."
Yeah.
There is a guy who was a YouTube guy, and he was quite a genius. He had perfect pitch, and he used to do YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Anyway, Quincy Jones picked him up
This is probably him.
because he's a fucking genius. This guy.
He's
only young.
It's probably him, I think. Hang on, I'm trying to. Got to sit through a fucking ad.
Mate, pay for some
No, I did that.
subscription, mate.
No, once they censored people through COVID, I ditched that. No, you're not.
Oh yeah.
You're not getting money out of me
Nothing.
now.
You get nothing.
Is that him?
I can't see. Lift him up a bit. Lift your phone up a bit. No, I don't know this guy. That is crazy.
I won't play anymore in case we get charged for copyright or something.
Censored.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
Did they say
if we didn't get censored for last week's show, we'll never get censored.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell? Oh, we nearly got there. It was just that last 10 seconds.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, I got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, all right.
I'm going to go to bed, mate. I'm rooted. You know why?
Yeah,
because
fair
we went and hung out with friends last night and haven't seen them.
Oh, you did?
And no, I drank a few wines, but nothing out of control.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I ate so much food. I had to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and walk around the house for an hour to digest the food. It was that bad. Yeah, seriously, it was that bad.
Oh,
And like
mate.
just, and then fell asleep for maybe 2 hours and then got up and went to work.
Oh, mate. No, I can't do that.
Well, neither
can't
can
do
I.
that anymore.
I've just discovered I can't either. Yeah.
I need so much sleep these
yeah,
days.
yeah.
It's just crazy. Like my window of productivity is really slim. That's why I'm always messaging you saying,
What time?
Can we
do it earlier?
Can we do this? Can we do this at 5? Because I've got to be in bed by 7. That's what it is. I freak out if it's like 10.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, on that note, we should go to bed.
All right, mate.
Good win. Hopefully, I think we'll beat Adelaide. You never know, but I think we will.
I
think we will.
I think we'll be. I think we'll just soldier on.
Yeah.
I think we'll just be soldiering on. We've got a lot of hard games coming up.
I think there'll be a lot of games we just scrape through too. Like it's a real scrap.
Oh yeah.
Scrap until the end.
Yeah.
I mean, Collingwood. That was Collingwood last year. That was their year. So
Collingwood versus Hawks.
Oh, yeah. What happened there? I didn't watch the game, but it sounds like they really pushed them to the edge.
Fucking hell.
It might be over for
I don't
Collingwood,
know.
don't you reckon? I think the glory days are gone.
I
Maybe.
think that coach is kind of kidding himself.
Something, yeah.
Because when he goes on the press conferences, he's just talking shit.
He's watched too much of that Ted Lasso thing or whatever it is. Thinks he's Ted Lasso.
He believes what's going on there, and I'm like, mate, there's nothing wrong with being humble.
Maybe the players suddenly gone, hang on, I think this guy's full of fucking shit.
What did you say?
We should believe what?
Yeah. What's that video he's playing us? Like, what's he saying? Tony.
Someone was interfered with. What?
Tony. I'm so sick of watching people get interfered with. I feel like I've been interfered with. Because he keeps coming up to me and saying, now listen, if anyone interferes with you, between you and me, between you and I, mate, let's make something of it.
Hey, last week you said something about umpires grooming kids.
I know. I know.
What shit? That could have been interpreted the wrong way.
Oh, could it ever?
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
surprised I'm still alive. I should have my head cut off and my head rolling down the freeway. Jesus. Yeah. Grooming kids. Why would I say that? How did that come up in a sentence?
You meant they were grooming them to. They were. The context was they'd come into the young kids and say, right, today we're paying holding the ball. So.
Oh, yeah.
So, they're grooming the kids to be players.
The under nines.
Yeah.
Oh. I take that back. I take it back.
Oh, dear. That was funny. Anyway. There's some funny moments last week. Sorry we couldn't back it up this week.
No, that was Freo's fault.
Yeah, boring football, boring show. Thanks a lot, Freo, you cunt of bunts.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Nat Fife on roids, you'd all be fucking getting thrown around like
on the roids.
Interfered with in all sorts of ways.
He and O'Meara on the roids, eh? You reckon?
Oh God! Well, how do you look like that?
Yeah, I agree.
That's not the gym.
It's not natural.
The gym doesn't do that, mate.
And the more I think about it, he faked that bloody injury from Fogarty, didn't he?
Well, he was quick to. Yeah, he was very quick. Very quick.
Fogarty hit him this side, and he goes on the other side.
Oh! Bullshit.
Yeah, get a haircut too.
Anyway, he did us a favour. Walsh is coming back in.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping. Yeah, that'd be great. It'd be interesting to see. Last year, he took a few games to find his.
He did. He did take a while.
He did take a little while.
He actually didn't kick into gear, unfortunately.
Not for a while. Not
for him. For him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's massive.
Yeah. It was the Gold Coast game he kicked into gear, and the whole team sort of kicked into gear. But yeah. I don't think he's not going to be the saviour everyone is. Well,
no, I don't think so either. I don't think we do that anymore.
I hope I'm wrong, but yeah.
Well, we don't do that anymore. That shit doesn't fly.
Yeah, we're communists. The communist Carlton Communist Football Club.
CCF. I'm a member.
Khmer Blues. We're the Khmer Blues.
Now we're communists interfering with under nine.
We want an even contribution from all of you, please.
We just want even.
No stars. We're not no stars in this team.
Where is the food?
Comrade Voss will deal with you down at Ed's farm.
Colonel, I think you should be commentating in the mainstream media.
You play well or you'll have holiday at Ed's farm.
You know what happened?
You listen to
in
his voice
farm?
24 hours a day.
You'll be interfered with severely for days and days.
Yeah. All small forwards, only even distribution of pressure.
Or I will show you even distribution of pressure. Do you hear what I'm saying?
We studied this many years. Perfect. We have perfected.
This is our life. You ask my children, even distribution of pressure is the way we live.
Oh dear. Oh well.
I think we made up for it. They'll be watching now.
It's a good ending.
No
No,
one's gonna sit through.
everyone switched off at the music bit. Jazz? Oh fuck this. I'm turning it off.
Who?
Who?
What?
What's
Oh,
wrong?
they don't like.
What's wrong with Taylor
don't
Swift?
like-
I love Taylor Swift.
They don't like. They don't like TikTok. Oh right. A bunch of fucking poofters. Oh mate, but TikTok's awesome. Have you seen that fucking drummer, mate?
Well, I brought the pad too, but I'll have to
Ah.
rig something up so I can play it on camera.
We need to. Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Mate, mine looks more like this.
Oh yeah. As tense as you can. Yeah.
My clinic.
This is the dynamic range of the Instagram guys. Ready? They just do it faster.
Yeah. They do it at breakneck speed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you a reel, mate. I want you to watch this fucking rocking out. This wonderful creature. Anyway.
All right, mate. I'm going to bed.
All right, mate. Go and have something to eat.
All right.
Yeah, just feed up, mate.
Get up at 3 in the
Feed
morning,
up.
go for a walk again. Yeah.
Vomit.
That was bad, really bad.
What'd you eat,
Well,
by the way?
well, we're having a few wines and there's massive grazing, like cheese and about 150 spring rolls and so we're just
You didn't evenly distribute the.
eating, and I'm thinking, you're only catching up for a while, so this is probably it, and I'm hungry, and no, next thing, because she's a chef, our friend's a chef, and brought out all these chicken drumsticks and then and bread and
irresistible
a
shit.
potato baked, perfectly cooked,
Cream
and garlic and crispy, and then bread, and I'm just going, and went back for seconds and just,
Because,
and then wine,
like when it's done.
and then I forgot that I had agreed for apple crumble, and then next thing that came out with cream, and so 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, I gotta get up and do something. I can't. Food was going nowhere. Hey, so I had to just walk, and eventually I could hear my stomach going, moving through.
Yeah, there's a bit of a movement. Yeah,
So,
I used to lay on my side when that happened.
yeah.
Just lay on my side for a while, but after years of that, now I take a lot of Nexium.
What's that?
It's like I have to take it constantly, otherwise I get heartburn every morning because I've got no stomach left.
Yeah, I'm getting that too. Heartburn. Yeah, that was last night. Yeah.
Mate,
And heart
this is
palpitations from it too. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
No, I have to take that every morning, or otherwise by about 9 or 10 o'clock, it's like I'm on fire. It's evenly distributed throughout the chest. Mate,
What's
it's not a
happened?
good
What's
life.
happened? It was only yesterday we were playing the SP and having the time of our lives. Now we're talking about heartburn,
Nexium. Oh, yeah.
walking off
Yeah.
food at
Well,
2 o'clock in the morning. Shit.
we used, mate. Remember? Imagine. Do you remember what we used? I don't know how bad your diet was
Oh,
back in the day.
absolute
After a
crap.
gig,
We'd purposefully
like
go to the
four.
souvlaki shop on St Kilda Road.
Yeah,
Toby and I,
just to try and make yourself sick.
no, Toby and I'd eat them, and because we know that all the way home in the van we'd be farting and making everyone sick.
Garlic style.
Yeah. Yeah.
Garlic sauce, thanks.
Garlic lamb ones, like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, garlic. Let that fester in your intestines for an hour, and then you've got a 9-hour drive to Adelaide. Got that, fellas?
And then up here at Newcastle at Doyleson on the way to, because the old way you'd go to the highway and this truck stop, and we'd pull over at 12:30 a.m. after the gig, and they'd make these hamburgers the size of a football, and it would be like,
Well, Dorian must have been having a heart attack.
He was veggie back then, yeah.
Yeah. God, he would have been like, hey, man, you want to lay off the meat, eh? You know you're killing the planet, don't you? I'm just going to have another one of these tabs.
Did you guys? Yeah. Did you guys tour a lot? You did a lot of touring with Deaf Rhyme?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
Don't you reckon that's the hardest thing you've ever done in your life?
Oh,
touring
mate.
That's the most tiring thing I've ever done in my life, I reckon.
I nearly went insane once. We were in a van from Sydney. We went from Sydney across to Adelaide once.
Oh, we used to do that.
And we were sleeping on the floor.
Yeah.
And there were so many bodies, like trying to find a comfortable spot, that it almost drove me fucking insane. Like I nearly lost my mind.
Well, it
was that uncomfortable.
We'd hire the vans. What's the maximum you can drive with a standard license? 15 seaters or something, or 14 seaters or whatever.
Yeah.
And we'd actually take it back to my place, get out the sockets and pull the seats out.
Yeah, pull the seats out.
And we'd lay the keyboard down, and then we put a mattress on that, and so that we'd do it in shifts. Someone would sleep on the keyboard, and then we'd hire a great big enclosed trailer for all the gear.
Yeah.
So we'd all sit in the van and the gear, and we'd drive to Adelaide like that, and oh my goodness.
Yeah. But I just remember pissing my pants one night because I was so fucking tired.
Yeah.
And I got out of the van to take a leak, and it was like all over. It's like, oh, shit.
Really?
Back in the van. I had a few.
Okay. Right.
I'd had a bit of this and a bit of that.
Okay. Mate, we tour.
I pissed my pants.
We tour for weeks. Jeez. That's a good effort. We'd tour for weeks at a time, and then we'd come back to Sydney and we'd play Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, sometimes Tuesday night, sometimes Sunday night. Just never stop playing.
And how good does that make a band?
Oh, it makes it tight as anything. We wouldn't even rehearse for a tour because we just figure the first night might be slightly rusty, but it'll still be good enough. And then after that, we're off and running. And we never rehearsed after.
Yeah.
Sort of made me hate music a bit though, in a way. I'd sort of lost a lot of the passion for music. And then you're always so tired, you tend to play the same stuff every night because you just can't be bothered thinking of anything new to
you can rip it out. Yeah. So it's like, I'll just do the old trick. Yeah. I'll just bring out the old trick here. Yeah. And people will go, oh yeah, that was good.
I'll play the same fill I played last night. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I was made to play the same shit every night.
Oh well,
I couldn't deviate.
Couldn't you?
That wasn't on. No way. No, no,
Yeah.
no. It was very strict, very strict, which made me probably go even more insane. Yeah, it made me dislike music,
Me too.
the touring experience.
Yeah.
It's funny, like some people hate recording. I
Oh, I
don't
love
mind
recording.
recording.
I love recording. That's my favorite
Yeah,
part of the whole thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I like
I could
recording.
live in the studio, and when I'm in the studio, I can stay awake for days. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, studio rat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, look, some people are built for. Geez, I remember like when did the assault the senses. I remember, like the truth, mate. They used to just go to bed. They like all write a song. They were so
Were
productive
they?
on the road. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. It's like I'd walk past their room and like Nicky Bomber would be on the guitar, like obviously writing another song, and I'm like, fucking hell.
Screw that.
Yeah, I'm just going to get fucked up.
I'm going to have a beer and relax. Yeah, I know.
So,
Well, then you get
like
like,
it
I remember
depends.
Horsehead, like, hey, boys, we're in the same hotel. Like, hey, come and hang in the room. And they'll hook it into it, like beers and
Oh yeah,
joints all day. And
yeah,
it's like, dude,
yeah.
I don't know how you do that.
Can't keep.
I'm too tired as it is. I'm not doing that.
No, no, I didn't like the slow stuff.
Hmm.
Um, no, I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. I tried, especially playing the sort of music we were playing.
Well, it's funny, like one night between, um, you do your sound check at whatever, 5 or 6 o'clock at night, and then you go back to wherever, and you got to come back at midnight and play. This
Yeah,
was at
yeah.
Springfields in the Cross. We went back. We
Yes,
went back to Fran.
the Hotel New Hampshire.
No, we went back to Paddington. My girlfriend at the time and her friend were living there, and then
Oh, that's right.
Aya
You
from
guys were
Skunk
from
Hour.
Sydney.
Aya from Skunk Hour came
Right.
back, and
Yeah,
we
yeah,
had a
yeah,
joint, and
yeah,
I was pretty stoned. And then by the time I got to the
yeah.
gig, I was on that really nice, as
Oh,
he's just starting
beautiful.
to
Yeah,
level out and come
yeah,
down a bit.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I played like a
Yep.
motherfucker.
Yeah, you're
And then I
relaxed.
was like, oh, well, that's the secret. And then
Yeah,
we did this
yeah.
massive gig in Parramatta, and I ate some stuff.
Cookies.
And,
Yeah.
and by the time I played, I'm not kidding, I was so hammered that between between each eighth note was about 1,000 thoughts in my brain. And I'm just like,
Yeah, yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah,
had
yeah.
no
What the fuck?
reference point of time or anything.
Yeah, yeah,
And the
yeah,
guys in the
yeah,
band are
yeah.
going, what the fuck was wrong with you?
Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it, when you know you're in trouble?
So eventually, after after trying to experiment, I just got to the point where it's like I wouldn't touch anything. I'd just be sober the whole time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Look, the edibles,
You're playing with fire, aren't you?
they creep up on you.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're doing.
Mm.
It's like, oh shit, I thought this had settled down by now, and then now it's starting to
It's
kick in a bit
worse. It's
harder.
worse.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, you can never measure these things.
Are you sure no one's ever died from pot? I'm pretty sure I'm about to.
It's really unpleasant.
Yeah.
I'm paranoid.
I'm pretty
I
sure I'm going
can't
to die.
find the one.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
I know I'm letting everyone down. Oh my
I
god.
really did. It was a really big gig, like hundreds of people, and
Blew it.
yeah, and we never got asked to go
Yeah.
back there again.
They just thought you were really loud and obnoxious.
We did that in the early days too at the Hope Town. We just finished recording at Rhino, and there was a real buzz around the band, and we played at the Hope Town, which was this tiny little venue, and I took a stripped down kit and
Yeah,
got a bit drunk, and everyone in the band did, and then my bass drum's crawling, as it
Oh
starts to take
no.
off. And this
Uh,
black guy with dreadlocks came and sat on the drum for me, and it was,
yeah, okay,
and all these
okay.
industry people were there, hey, and it was like
Uh,
they were all going,
yeah,
what's the fucking deal with these guys? They're shit.
yeah, yeah. Mate, I know.
And then the black guy was
I know.
trying to kiss us all on the lips at the end of the gig. Just going, hey,
Wow,
what,
yeah.
buddy?
Well, thanks for your help.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
good times. Good.
well, we were kind of lucky. Like Defro, we always had Quinn.
Yeah, to take the attention.
Like
Yeah.
that's like okay, so like I could do basically whatever I wanted. Not that I did.
Yeah.
I didn't, take advantage of that. But if I could have a just a shit night, really bad, and people would come up and say that's the best gig we've ever seen.
That was always the way. You'd play like shit, and people would say, "Far out, you guys sounded amazing tonight." And you're going, and then you'd play
What?
a blinder, and people would go, "Oh, it didn't sound that
You're a
good."
bit off. You're a bit off tonight, mate.
Yeah.
It's like, mate, I was on everything.
Every time. It's like, anyway.
How bizarre is that?
Mm.
Sounds like there's a few pots and pans getting thrown around at your place, mate.
There are. Could be.
Must be time to go.
Could be the alarm. Yeah.
It's either that or there's another round coming up. Another round of chicken.
There you are, Fatso.
About to go. You're going again, mate. Go again.
There you are, Fatso. After watching you last night, this is how much I know you would like to eat.
I've made some way in the lounge so you can do some circuits. Like a midnight stroll. You'll be walking around
If I had that,
Hunter Valley.
I had that happen before about 10 years ago. I went to a buffet and I was a vegetarian for 10 years. I hadn't been eating meat long, and I just hooked into all this lamb and chicken and beef, and
Your stomach.
I woke up just going, "Whoa."
Oh.
This apartment in Chatswood just had to walk up and down the hallway for like 45 minutes. So that's exactly what I had to do last night. It was terrible, man. It was terrible.
Just walk it out.
Oh,
walk it out.
Terrible.
Hey, just I know that this is cooked. This show.
Oh, everyone's tuned out by now. Yeah.
Yes. But why did you stop with the veggie thing? Because I tried it for a little while, and someone said to me, "Stop doing that, mate. You're going to hurt yourself."
Oh, no, I don't think so. But I just so at the time, my ex-wife had she fell off a ladder and was knocked unconscious for she doesn't even know how long. She was painting these people's house,
Right.
and then she started having epileptic fits as a result.
Oh.
So
okay.
and then we watched this doco how fish really helps the brain. Fish oil, and so we started eating fish again, and then
and that tipped it over.
And then I mean, divorced not long after that, a couple of years after that. But I went to I went to the Solomon Islands, and they cooked this incredible fucking fish curry. Like it was all local fish and local bananas and curry, and it was like, oh. And then I got asked to play for a singing group in Papua New Guinea, and they had a big luncheon, and I spotted the fish curry, and I made a beeline for it. Hey, but there was chicken in it, and I was like, hang on, that's not fish. I know that tastes chicken. I was like, it's actually quite good.
Tastes good.
And then when I was with Anna and we moved in together, I said, all right, I want you to cook me a roast lamb. She's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And so very tentatively,
did that.
Had a mouthful like, I'm not going to vomit.
Yeah.
What's going to happen?
Yeah.
And it was like, it's like I'd never stopped.
That's good.
I went back and cut more off, and just went on a meat frenzy. Yeah, and from there, I wouldn't say I was straight back into it, but I probably it was still mostly veggie. But once a week, I'd eat chicken or something, and then just eventually.
Yeah.
It's honestly
Yeah,
just got lazy and couldn't be bothered with the veggies. It's nothing to do with how I felt. Actually, when I was vegan, that's the best I've ever felt in my life.
really.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, not. I was vegan, but I was eating really good quality food. Not
Clean. That's what happens. You eat clean. You eat clean food. It's not
and
necessarily that you give up meat. You just eat a lot of good shit.
yeah. So I
Like a
did
lot of
also
good.
did no dairy, no alcohol, no sugar, no.
There you go.
But I reckon the secret, and I reckon the reason people have success with an all meat diet, right, is
Uh-huh.
because you're eating whole foods, and that like
Yeah, definitely.
the more you can just not eat anything processed, I reckon is the secret. Either way, veggie or
Yeah.
not, yeah. Because you can be
Look, some
vegetarian and be
people.
unhealthy if you're buying all that
Oh God, that
substitute
shit.
stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's
You're
terrible
actually better off
stuff.
eating
Yeah.
meat, I reckon. But yeah,
Yeah. No, that's no good. That's no good.
whole foods, whole natural foods is the secret. Yeah,
Even if you ditch sugar,
that's what
like
that's.
not that I have, but
Well,
if you
we want
do,
to. That's the next step, I think. Yeah,
yeah, clean that
yeah.
up.
I've
Yeah.
cut back on drinking,
Eh,
way back on drinking. Yeah, got to. You just get to
yeah.
an age, where it's like,
I haven't touched it for 21
well
years.
done. Yeah,
Drinking,
yeah,
drinking and smoking.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
once we had kids, it was impossible to. You couldn't have a cigarette anywhere.
Mm.
It became a pain in the ass, and I was just like, what am I doing this for? I'm not even enjoying it. And then the drinking went.
Yep. You have an
Um,
occasional one or not?
no, no, no,
Really?
no, 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 nothing,
Not even when you
nothing.
hung out with Quinn and Dingo the other night?
No,
Really?
no, no. I'm quite happy to watch everyone else indulge.
Good for you.
Yeah, no, I don't do it. I did enough.
You've done enough.
I did
You're
enough
like
for
Dan. You're
the
like Dan Hannabury of drinking.
mate. I made a good, I made a good run at it, and it didn't work out.
Yeah,
Sad to stop.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I've reached the end of a good run
I think you know.
because I didn't drink
I
for
think
10
you
years,
know.
and then I went back to it for about 10 years, and now it's
Uh,
time to just
yeah.
yeah.
I just,
But
it's too easy to just get out of control for me. It's like that feels good. Anything that feels good, it's like there's no off button.
yeah. Well, I was also
So I can't do it.
associating it with relaxing at the end of a working week,
All sorts of shit. There's all
food,
sorts of reasons.
with hanging
Yeah,
with
yeah,
friends,
yeah.
because everyone we know up here is a winemaker or a cellar
Yeah.
door.
Oh. Oh, yeah, of
Haven't had to
course.
pay for wine
Yeah.
for about the last 8 years. Not even joking, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I don't really do anything anymore
good for
except
you.
for the,
Jogging.
I don't know, fucking work.
Yeah. How many days a week are you
Anyway,
doing?
cut down a bit.
Okay.
Trying to move out of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah. Aged
I
care.
don't like it. Yeah.
Mm.
It's an institution. It's an eye opener, mate.
That would be.
Not for me.
Mm.
Not for me.
Mm.
Especially the dementia ward. Scary shit, mate.
Mm.
And the palliative care stuff, and
A
oh,
lot of
it's just.
theories that excess sugar is causing a lot of the dementia we see. The Western diet,
And what do they give them when they're in there?
sugar.
More and more sugar,
That
mate.
really.
Sugar, 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 sugar,
Yeah.
sugar. Packets of this shit. Packets.
Mate, I'd
There you go,
rather die than go to a nursing home. In all honesty. Yeah.
mate. It's turned me. It's for the first day I worked there. Came back home, and I said to my wife, "We have to make some arrangements because I'm not fucking going in there.
Nah.
You can throw me off the coast, do anything you want.
I'd just go
Don't.
for a long swim. I think.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
keep.
To where you know you can't come
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, mate, it's just not right.
Yeah.
It's not right.
Yeah.
People in there screaming names of people they don't even know. Eric!
Yeah, no, I
Eric!
know my grandma was in a
You've,
nursing home and not good.
you've
Yeah,
seen it?
yeah.
Have you seen it? Yeah.
Well, people were just going, yeah, I know. It's terrible.
At 7 a.m. you walk in and you go, oh my God, this is not good for the mental health. No, so I'm looking around, mate.
Fair enough.
I've got to do something
There's always
else.
drumming. You can fall back on drumming.
Yeah, everyone wants to hear a good drum solo. One of these ones.
Yeah, as long as it's from Ableton and you can just push a button. Wow.
I just pushed the Nate Smith button. I just pressed. I've got some kits in Presonus that I use, but one that I really like is a Tom Breckland one.
Oh, he's a great player, that guy.
Yeah, I saw him do a session.
He's a good player.
It was really interesting. It wasn't a technical thing at all.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
There was a lot of storytelling and, a lot of music talk. It was really good. And then he got up and laid some fucking grooves down that were just like.
Yeah, he was one of the guys for
Robin Ford.
For a minute there, wasn't he?
Robin Ford. Yeah. Yeah, he's killing it.
He's sort of a Tom Breckland was sort of the predecessor to Weckl type thing, wasn't he?
Okay.
Yeah.
See, there's somebody that leaves me cold.
Who?
Weckl.
No, really?
Yeah.
I know he's very technical, but he's got a beautiful touch and feel, I reckon.
He does, and I like listening to him play on his own.
Right.
But you put him, and I've seen him quite a few times, 2 or 3 times with guitarist who I love. What's his name? Mike Stern.
Oh yeah.
Oh mate, he came to the college that I went to at Box Hill and just sat on a stool, and there was like 30 of us and just played for like, I don't know how long. I lost time. And I've never heard anything like it in my life. It was the most beautiful guitar playing, soloing, But then
Weckl plays all that. He plays all that elevatory sort of sounding music. That's probably what you hate.
Yes.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. Oh, there's an amazing solo. I'll send it to you. This Latin thing he does is phenomenal.
Like he's got beautiful.
It's the pinnacle of
touch.
It's the pinnacle of drumming, I reckon. This thing. It's just, and it did it. Yeah, did it at Drum Tech in Melbourne, some big concert thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've seen On the Verge back at the Mount Evelyn Hotel in a small venue.
Yeah.
And it blew my fucking mind.
Oh, you liked it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like just the sheer power of what was going on was fucking mind-blowing. Like his kick drums were shaking. It was just like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and then like he had all these other, Simon Hosford was on guitar and these other this bass player, I've forgotten his name. But then Jack Jones gets up on the guitar and just fucking nails everything.
It's pretty good.
All this fusion shit, nails all the riffs, goes into wailing solos. Oh, yeah, okay. Mate. Fuck, that was a good night,
There's if you can ever get hold of it, there was Virgil. It was before he became super technical, but he was still fucking amazing.
Yeah.
There's a band called Loose Change.
I've got the album.
Have you got it?
I was. I've got it autographed.
Oh.
I was there the night that they recorded that.
No.
And my name is on the album, and I got it signed.
No.
Yeah.
Have you got it
Yeah.
on CD or on?
Album.
Can
Vinyl.
you make me a? Can you?
How do I do a copy of
You'd
that?
have to record it into your.
Fuck, mate, I haven't got any sort of technical
No,
finesse.
don't worry about it then.
Sorry.
I've got a tape deck here. If you want to tape it,
Mate.
like the old days, yeah.
Then it goes up.
So the rolls he plays with the bass drum. What do you think they are? 5 strokes.
And then he swaps it around. Then he plays around with it. It's crazy.
They're just triplets.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
He said, but the faster you get, they sound like they're not triplets. They sound like, because he asked my friend, he said, what do you reckon I'm playing there? And he's going, oh, they're 5-stroke rolls. He's going, no, they're actually simpler than that. They're triplets because they're fast. But that was a great album. That was a really good album.
Steve Hadley on bass, Joe Chindamo on keys, and I've forgotten the guitarist's name, but a lot of those guys were from College of the Arts. Except for Joe Chindamo, he was probably teaching at the College of the Arts.
Well, he went on to play with all the big names in America, that guy.
Oh, mate, absolutely. Yeah. I'm really happy to see that Vince Jones is still playing around.
Okay.
I really like Vince Jones. I like his voice and I like his trumpet playing. He gets held up against all the greats and all that stuff, but I just think like as an Aussie guy, man, to make a living out of that is just a sensational fucking effort. Because it was, when I was 15, it was not listened to. Like nobody listened to Vince Jones except for his mates, from the college or people that wanted to bag him out, And he's just stuck at it.
Yeah, I remember seeing him. He was playing all over the place, wasn't he? That guy.
Yeah. He was hot for a while.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
He went on Hey Hey It's Saturday, I think, a few times, and
because he was a bit of a good-looking dude too. Was he?
No, not really.
I can't remember.
Not really. I
but it was that whole Chet Baker thing, wasn't it? Like the singing and then the playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, and it's fucking crazy what he's doing with his hands too at the same time. Because he switches it up too. He just he reverses it and stuff. It's just fucked up, And then you hear in Southern Suns, and he just goes.
Boring. Yeah. No.
Good songs, though.
Yeah. Yes, mate. I think
bit of a fan of the old Erwin Thomas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've seen him live solo a few times, and he's just a talented motherfucker. Born with that voice. But his musicianship is fucking next level, mate.
Melbourne's produced,
because that's what he wanted to do.
Melbourne's produced some good musos, haven't they?
I think he was from Traralgon.
Yeah, right.
Which is
that's kind of Melbourne. We played at some barn down there somewhere.
Yeah, I've played in Traralgon. Yeah. The Astrodome.
I think that was it, yeah.
Yeah, the Astrodome. They had all these couches. It was very plush. And everyone would vomit and piss all over the place. The 80s.
We played at Frankston one night. and
Oh, yeah.
the
It's just up the road,
the
mate.
place was absolutely like packed to the rafters, right? About
Where'd you play?
I forget what it was called, but we
What decade?
oh, this is scary
90s?
mother. So maybe
Oh, oh,
maybe October '93, somewhere in there.
yeah, you would have played at the Pier,
I don't know
Pier
what it
Hotel.
was called, but we
Yeah, yeah,
support band finished, whatever, and people were piling in,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and we kicked off, and everyone was like,
yeah.
when that band was on, it was like as you're playing, you're getting goosebumps, this was like
Oh,
next level. We were just
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah,
many.
yeah.
Next thing, we blew the entire electrical system. The
Oh,
PA lights blew the whole place, and it took about an
oh,
hour and a half to get it back up. And by the time we did, we are
oh,
playing to like 50 people, and
oh, mate,
yeah, it
that
turned
sucks.
into a tragedy. Yeah, yeah.
See, you guys would have killed it in Frangers.
Oh, mate, it was shaping
Yeah,
up
for
to be one of the
sure.
best gigs we'd ever done, and it just and
Yeah.
after three songs, that was it.
Oh,
Blew the whole thing.
oh
Bang. Yeah,
man.
yeah,
What a lineup.
yeah.
Fuck, I loved that band. I loved that band.
Yeah, so did we at the time.
Yeah, yeah, you guys were fucking
So
amazing.
were you guys. That as we said the first show, that
Uh,
tour we did was amazing.
yeah,
That was
yeah, it
fun too. That
was.
was bloody fun.
Probably the best experience I've had musically, I
Me
think.
too. We should have done a few of them. We should have kept.
I mean, I wish we see to me like none of the bands ever like talk to each other. It was really weird. Like
We did on that tour though.
yeah, we used to, but like
We were all hanging out and having fun. Tony Copus from The Truth was a bloody riot.
yeah, they were funny those guys.
Tony
They were
Copus was
pretty funny.
hilarious. He'd have a
Yeah,
few beers
yeah.
before, or that was it. He'd go, and he was like a stand-up comedian or something.
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember talking to those guys much. I just remember shit. Was that the same tour that we were on the way to Mount fucking where was it? Mount I can't remember, but the fucking Lucius's his van
Oh yeah,
rolled.
yeah, too.
That was Assault the Senses,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
that was I'll tell you where that was. Jindabyne.
Jindabyne, yeah.
Yeah,
Guy called Goose was driving the van,
yeah.
and he used to do these things called bulbs.
That-
Do you
I
remember
remember Goose.
bulbs? Goose, mate. He'd just be sitting there popping these bulbs, and he'd be getting head rush after head rush,
I do remember.
And
I do
he,
remember when the news came through. Like Krishna and all the band were in a real state, like worried about their gear and whatever. And then Lucius comes in, and he was the only one that was going. That said, "Is Goose all right?" All the others were going. All they were worried about was their gear.
I know, I know. I think there was like a stingray that got snapped in half and a bass.
Dear.
I think Lucius Kid got fucked
It
up
did too. It
too.
was a Gretsch as well.
Yeah, saved his ass off for it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I was there with him at what's it called? Billy Hyde's.
Yeah,
And
okay.
yeah, Lucy going, oh yeah, I lost that Gretsch, and you know that was I saved and worked hard for that. So yeah, well, what are you going to do? He's going, I don't know. And so what about these
Fuck.
DWs? Check those out. And that was it. He went to DW after that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't blame him. I mean, that Gretsch thing was fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
There's the way he played it too. Fucking hell, man.
He's a very good player, Lucy. But
He's just the grooviest motherfucker around, I
yeah, he's got a
reckon.
lot of depth to his playing too.
Yeah, yeah, definitely,
Mm,
definitely.
mm.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that was awesome watching all of you guys. That was great. And then Nicky Bomber, mate.
I loved his playing.
What a fucking
Those
groove.
beautiful pocket things, and he had this weird sort of
Oh,
skipping.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it was a great
yeah,
tour to be a drummer. Hey, we just watch each other going,
yeah, yeah.
yes.
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, even like bass player wise, like, like Michael and and Dorian, totally different players, but
Well, I remember one
man,
sound check. Dorian and I broke into a jazz thing, and
yeah,
we thought,
yeah, 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 yeah.
well, the next night we come in and Juice is sound checking, and they're playing this deep bebop thing. I'm just going, fuck, righto, shit, I didn't know you had that in this trick bag, shitty.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
But yeah,
Yeah,
real killer. So,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, well, I guess he would have seen a lot. His dad was a legend,
Yeah, I used to I
Kevin.
watched Lucy a couple of times when he was only he's about my age, so about 17,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
oh mate, he could have been like a Vinnie Colaiuta sort of character if he wanted to. He was
yeah,
heading down he was
yeah.
heading down that real choppy sort of
Right,
path. Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah.
Interesting.
And then he discovered the rock thing, and that you sort of veered off into that much more. But
Yeah,
he's got a whole
yeah,
lot of stuff going on that you don't
yeah,
know about. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah, he's a musical cat. Like he's a musical guy.
yeah.
I've just seen some of the things that like he's posted from his studio. That's way off different to
Mm,
cog or anything like that.
mm.
Just really interesting. Um, obviously spends a fair bit of time in the studio,
Mm.
just experimenting. Which I wish I had. God, I wish I had time to do because you don't need much these days.
He's very driven. I'll give him that. Like and the cog boys have worked. They've toured their asses off to sort of be where they're at, and
I know,
yeah.
I know, I know,
So
I
good
know.
on him.
Yeah,
Good on him.
doesn't come
No,
easy.
it
It
doesn't.
doesn't come
No,
easy.
no, no. Mate, I have to go to bed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's do it.
We'll speak
Let's
after
do
the
it
Adelaide win,
after the Adelaide win.
5 and
Yeah,
0.
okay. Even distribution. Here we go.
Good night.
See you, mate. Hey, where's my you haven't mailed me anything yet.
For what? Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Is
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it?
It's got to
Okay.
come from America, I think. Hey, what are your 3 votes?
Oh, yeah, got them.
Have you?
Yep.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, I actually did them really quickly because it was a no-brainer for me, and then I wanted to add a fourth vote in because I was torn.
I know, me too. Righto.
So I gave Sard 3.
Sardi. Yeah,
Yeah. I gave Williams 2.
fair enough.
And then I was torn between Cottrell and Boyd with 1.
Yep.
But I gave it to Cotters.
Cotters. I'm going Weeders for 3.
Oh, good on you. Yeah, 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 yeah.
For 2, I had Sard as well.
Uh-huh.
And for 1,
Yeah, mine were all backmen.
yeah,
Like nearly.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I'm giving. Sorry, no, sorry. It was Charlie too.
Charlie too.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
giving. Yeah, because I reckon it was. He really stood up when he needed to, and I'm
Okay.
giving
Okay.
Sard 1.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. I better write these down on computer somewhere. Just they're all on the notepad at the moment. All right, mate.
All right, mate.
See you after
Have
Adelaide.
something to eat. Have something to eat. I'll catch you
Big
later.
plate of chicken. Yeah. See ya.